really quick just snag my audio.
There it is. Hello. Haha. That was really funny and cute and quirky, hopefully. Um oh Lord. God help us all. Happy Halloween week, everybody. Welcome everybody to Playtest Tuesday. Woo! Ooh, it's spooky because Halloween is this weekend on Sunday. It's going to be very fun and exciting tonight. As those of you at home may have been following along, we were initially going to be playing Vamp Camp by Sebastian Yue tonight, but they are unable to join us because life happens sometimes, and we understand that. So we did a quick turnaround, and we are now playing Flats and Fangs, which is a lasers and feelings hack that is a part of the Afghan the TTRPG charity bundle for Afghan support, which is available on itch.io. The link should be in the description box. And so it's so we should we're going to be playing that tonight instead of Vamp Camp, but if you buy that bundle, which is like $20 for like 50 games or something like that, you'll also get Vamp Camp and be supporting Sebastian. And also happen to be a bunch of awesome indie tabletop creators. It's almost like Playtest Tuesday is supposed to be about supporting indie creators. Wow, look at that. We have a mission, and we're doing the mission. Hopefully everything's working all right. I am going to check the chat starting right now as I check the chat. Look at me. You're getting some real life me. Just living my real life right here. All right. Yeah. Nope. It's working. Now I just heard me talking about my real life. All right. Now that that's over, as you can see, we've got a great group of friends, old and new today. Some newbies to Quelmar, some Quelmar veterans who haven't been with us in a while, and me, who I'm just like an old fart. Also, I'm coming off of sickness, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. Let's go around and do introductions. We already did icebreakers behind the scenes, and you don't get to know what we talked about before we turned the camera on because it's secret and spicy. No, it's not. But let's just introduce yourself and say like something that you've just wished the world would just know automatically about you, and then your pronouns as well, and your name. So, for example, my name is Rose, and I use she/her pronouns. As you, everybody, your pronouns are also like in your name tags, but we're gonna say them anyway because it's important. Anyway, and something I wish that everybody automatically knew about me, besides like mental health stuff, which would just be convenient if people knew, I wish people knew that I am a nerd and then would just like automatically talk to me about nerdy stuff. Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, he, him. I mean, I will definitely bandwagon on that, that nerd button there. Um, the other thing would be, I guess, if what people automatically know is that, like, if you ask me the question, "Hey, do you want to go do an escape room?" The answer is always yes, always yes. Yeah.
I love that. All right. Marcus.
Hi, yes. My name is Marcus. I use he, him pronouns. The thing that I would want the world to know by default, very similar, I think, is that I want to know, I want to hear about the thing that any person in general can go on about for hours.
Aw.
I thrive off of that sort of thing. It's really fun. Yeah, very engaging, very enriching. Love that stuff.
That's so sweet.
It's
That's such
thank
a
you.
good quality.
It's just I don't know.
And
It's
positive
this
energy
thing
in
that-
every room.
Sure. It is also a learning thing. I just like learning, and hearing somebody talk about something at length is just like very, very, yeah, engaging.
All right. Lich. Is it okay if I
Hello.
call you Lich for short? I mean,
Yes, everyone calls me Lich. Everyone.
hell yeah.
It's very cool.
So my name is the Lich Omoy. I use he, they pronouns. One thing I wish existent beings would know about me is I love making bland food interesting, tasty, and delicious. It could be vegetables, it could be potatoes, it could be rice, but I love putting things in it that have no business being there but ending up in your mouth in a way that you never would have experienced otherwise.
Where do you live and when can I come over?
Yeah.
Right.
What? Really? Really though? I live in Maryland, and I am actually making a cooking show / TikTok thing. So if you ever want to try one of the random ass treats that I make, you can do so.
That sounds amazing.
That's it.
I'm obsessed with all of you. Katie, go.
Oh, my name is Katie. My pronouns are she, her, and I would say, I wish that people understood that when they meet me or when they get to know me, that I try my best to provide a safe space for them. Usually, like, a lot of people have, baggage and stuff, and I'll try to be there for them, but I can tell there's a wall. So it'd be cool if, like, I could have that connection with people just automatically. I would like that.
Yeah. Well, now we all know that about each other. Look at that. That's fun. Okay. Let's play a game, guys. Let's make some vampires. So, we are going to start with character creation, but actually I lied. First, I'm going to read some stuff about this game. Everybody, this is what we're doing tonight. Picture it, put yourself in these shoes. You are a group of vampires that share a flat together. Whether or not that means you have a British accent, because we call it a flat here, that is up to you. I think I'm going to test it out on this next sentence I say, and then I'll decide if I am going to. You are trying to live your best life while blending into the modern world. I'll probably just switch back and forth, because I kind of liked the variety there. So, yeah, that's the summary of what's happening tonight. There is this safety claim here that says, playing vampires, even in a lighthearted and absurd setting, such as this one, may bring up topics that are triggering to players. It is important that boundaries on what to bring into play are defined with unanimous consent. It is recommended to use tools such as content warnings, line and veils, and XNO cards. Actually, I've never... Oh, X or no cards. Wait, I think that's what that might be. I don't know. I think I might have also just learned about a new safety mechanism. More on that some other day. But we are using lines and veils tonight for folks watching at home. And then it just has like some TTRPG safety toolkit stuff. So we've gone over lines and veils. Is there anything else? We've gone over everything, but if there's anything else that you just thought of now that you want to share, or like, oh gosh, this happened to me today and I just remembered it just now and I'm just not feeling that. I'm just not feeling that vibe right now. All right, so safety check-in, checkaroony. Ugh. All right. The next thing, now it's time to create our characters. Before, when I said we were creating our characters, I was wrong. Now it's time to create our characters. So step 1 is to choose a vampire archetype. Now, I have put in the chat a list of vampire archetypes. I don't know what most of them are. I will also say that if you would like, you can roll a d12, and that can be what you use to choose your archetype. Does anybody know what they want their archetype to be?
I have an idea.
Yes, Marcus.
If nobody else is after it, I would like to play the Striga.
Ooh. Can you tell me what that is? Because I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure either. I was just looking it up. I think it is a woman who, by all means, appears normal or typical, I guess, but also has like a monstrous winged vampiric form.
Hell yeah.
But also, while looking it up, I saw that it's also a parasitic plant. That was kind of why I gravitated towards it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yes, I'll be the Striga.
You'll be the plant vamp. The plamp. Plampire.
Yeah.
Oh no, the plant vampire. Oh, that one.
That's
Katie
a lot.
just made this face that said, "No, please don't do that."
That's fair, honestly.
Whoa.
I make no promises not to say the
Just your
word
gar-
plampire
your-
again.
Oh.
You're just your normal garden variety vampire.
Um,
I do not know what this refers to in this game, but either an energy or a jiangxi. I think if I'm saying that wrong, you can kill me. I'm already dead.
I don't
I'm
know. Anything about either of those. I would probably go with energy, just because I really don't. Energy, I feel like, is more interpretable, and
I
jiangxi
know
probably
what
has a
jiangxi
specific
is.
meaning and need.
I got it then. I'm gonna be a jiangxi. They're basically like in Shaman King there was a jiangxi. They're reanimated corpses, and they
Oh,
are
good.
literally almost like a lich adjacent in my view. So I'm gonna go with that.
Amazing. I support it. Um,
so you said you're going Jiangxi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think having seen what we do in the shadows as a white guy here, I feel like energy vampire makes sense for me.
oh God.
Yeah.
We'll see if I survive the night or if I end up also undead.
Oh no.
I have a sinus
It's
infection,
so
everybody
bad.
at home. I do not have COVID. Just so you know. Do not fear for my lung health, just the nasal drip. That's really I'm just in the nasal drip phase of a sinus infection.
Oh no.
Oof.
Okay.
I've got a cold, so I'm similar boat. It's fun.
All right.
I'm in perfect health.
So we've got an energy vamp. We've got a jiangxi or a jiangxi vamp. We've got a striga vamp or a plamp. I'm sorry, no, but I don't know why I can't stop doing it. Katie, you're up. Stop me before I.
It sounds like
again.
plump vampire to me, even though it's plant.
It does.
I guess I'll go with the Impusa.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you know what that is?
I'm just Googling everything right now. So
Okay.
it says Impusa was a demigoddess, a beautiful daughter of Hecate. So
Okay,
I'll just
radical.
go with that. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm a fan. Oh, I'm into it. Okay, so now we must choose roles for our characters. Here are the role choices. I'll put these in the chat as well, but these are we've got dangerous. Luddite? 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 I know what it means, kind of, but I don't know how to pronounce it. It's one of those words. Luddite? Luddite?
I think it is, or at least I've heard it.
Yeah,
Luddite.
Luddite.
Okay, so dangerous, Luddite, maker, new person, reckless, responsible, and tech savvy.
These are the qualities that we can choose from, right?
Yes, these are the personality traits you may choose from.
Can you say them one more time? Because I think I got it, but can we just go through it one more time?
Yes, I put them also in the chat in the OBS. So
Never mind.
dangerous, Luddite, the maker, the new person, and the reckless, the responsible, the tech savvy. You're going to want to write down these things because oftentimes it might like influence whether you get buffs from your rolls and stuff like that.
When you say tech savvy, is it like technique savvy or is it like tech savvy?
Well, it says TECH, which I will say, hold on, don't make assumptions because I'm the DM. I'm the GM here, and that means whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever you want
savvy.
goes. Okay.
Like cooking technique, like, tech savvy, not like tech savvy.
I'm obsessed with that. I think we're playing this game in a whole new light, and I love the creativity that you're bringing to the table. I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I'm putting it back into the world as an amazing choice.
Oh. The chat.
All right. Tech pronounced plamp. Said the chat.
You knew what you were doing. You used that tech, that reading tech.
Okay. All right. Chat, you're not allowed to make me laugh. I'm gonna stop looking. Who else has an idea of what kind of role they would like to play within the group? This is also like the like position that you are, like, in like the vampire family, in the vamp.
I feel like for me, like new person or responsible, I think makes sense. To me,
Okay.
depending on like whether, depending.
Can I go with reckless?
Hell yeah. You have to have a reckless one. Everybody needs a reckless friend.
Need that wild card.
You gotta have a reckless friend. Otherwise your life is boring. And also, just, and also you're probably judgmental if you don't have at least one reckless friend, like, how are you getting by? All right. Who's next?
I will go with Luddite.
Okay. A person who hates tech. Is it that you hate cooking tech? Or
No, I think she just doesn't get like all the newfangled like cell phones, televisions,
Okay.
all of that sort of stuff. I think she just doesn't get it. I don't think she hates it. It might be frustrating, but yeah.
Okay. So you're like the old lady of the group?
I think so. Yeah.
Are you the one that turned all of them?
I don't know. Maybe if anybody's interested in that, sure.
Or, okay, let me be real here. I know next to nothing about vampire lore. For real, I've seen like 3 minutes of Twilight when I was in middle school, and I tried to watch Vampire Diaries, and, oh my god, what's that thing about the vampires in Minnesota or Florida or Hickville, wherever? I don't even remember what it's
Are
called.
you talking about True Blood?
Lost
Yes,
Boys?
I am. I'm talking about
True
True Blood.
Okay. It's such an interesting selection of like the whole. Very,
So,
interesting selection.
So to my knowledge, isn't it that... Oh, also I've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. All of it. So that's... But, that's not really about the vampires unless they're, like, love interests. That's, like...
Sweet Lord.
That's, like, about demons, mostly. And, like, self-growth. Is it really It should be, like, Buffy the self the inner demon slayer, basically, in my opinion. It's really not about vampires.
Buffy
Um,
the self-therapist.
Rejected title. It was a little on the nose. That was the first draft.
Buffy the puberty slayer. No, we can't call it that.
I don't know what that meant.
What is that?
We're gonna put that away for now. So we've got
the Vampires Slayer. Yep.
But isn't it like
It's like when you have a holy cross to a vampire, except with me it's plants.
Oh no. Okay, so we're going we're gonna say
I'm gonna go with new person as well.
Okay.
Settle
So
on
we
that.
got the Striga Luddite. We've got the energy new person.
That's gross. No, the chat.
Buffy the Plamperty. Yeah, we are gonna set this in. There's a place in Quelmar called Champerty, and I've decided that this takes place in the very distant future of Champerty, in a part of Champerty that is entirely occupied by vampires called Vamperty. I just decided that just now. It's canon. It's canon. It
Those
lives forever in the
vampires.
universe. A special.
Man.
What's verbal
Yeah.
katamari damacy? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Katamari Damacy. It's a video
Verbal
game.
garbage collecting.
I don't know
Just
what that
rolling
is.
on the ball and picking up everything along the way.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
verbal
that's
wall.
me. That's just me in general. Okay, so we've got the energy new person, we've got the Striga Luddite, we've got the Jiangxi tech savvy cook, savvy chef. Are you just playing yourself?
Yes.
I approve. And we've got the Empusa,
Yes.
the reckless Empusa. Oh. Okay, so Okay, so choose a number from 2 to 5. A high number means you're better at flats. Flats includes adulting, mundane, modern world, and technology, which would also include your cooking utensils. A low number means you're better at fangs, supernatural, vampire, magic, occult.
Dead center and 2.5. Nope, take that back.
You cannot roll a 2.5 in this game.
Oh.
You must pick a number between 2 and 5.
Oh.
I'll go for it.
Okay. I got a 4 from our energy new person.
I will go 2.
Okay, we got a 2 from our mom friend.
I'll go with 4.
Oh, so you're not a good cook.
No, I am, but I was looking for the unlife to keep cooking. Like it was a process.
Oh wait, right, because a high number makes you flat. I get it now. Silly me. Because Fangs is low. Low means you're better at Fangs.
I think I'm gonna go
read
with
this
4
whole game
also.
Okay. So we've got one person that's good at vampire stuff. The rest of you know nothing about vampire stuff.
I wasn't trying to be a vampire. Just-
Okay, so
I feel like I was just the IT guy they called in to help the mom vampire, and just also so happened as an energy vampire and just kind of stuck around.
incredible. So with that, choose a number from. Oh wait, we did that already. Give a character name that's cool. Hold on, let me try reading that again. Give your character a cool name.
A name that's cool.
For example, Steve, the Poker of Souls.
Oh. You're putting us on the spot.
Okay, while you're doing that, I will name a character that lives in your flat with you, and it's your familiar. Think about your name, guys. I'm just buying time. Show me that you're thinking. Show me your thinking faces. Okay, so our 4 friends live in their flat with their familiar, who is just basically just like a human that like is like the the pet kind of the family. I mean, like his name is George, and George is he's a white man, former surfer dude that picked up this job because it paid better than teaching lessons to the kids in the neighborhood because there's no beach. So nobody ever took surfer lessons from George. And so George is like your butler. He lives in your flat and entertains your wiles.
I got the name.
All right, incredible. I'm ready.
Cuckoo Amoy of the Voidal Pan.
Whoa. Can you spell that for me?
Kuukuu space OMOI comma
Is that
space the
Okay.
Voidal VOIDAL
okay?
pan as in
Pan.
pan.
Oh, I love it. Like a pan, like a cooking pan.
That doesn't have a bottom. It just keeps going.
Okay. I love that. You guys now have a voidal pan in your house.
Ooh,
I'm just-
that'd be hot.
I'm just putting that in the universe. It is. It's very, very hot. Don't touch it. Cuckoo Amoy of the Voidal Pan.
Is that a given name and a family name? Cuckoo Omoy.
Family name is Omoy, and first name is probably fabricated. It's probably something else.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Who's next?
I'm gonna cheat a little bit and say that that she goes by Old Striga, or just Striga.
I love that.
I actually do like that a lot.
I actually
I'm
really love
cheating,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pulling a little bit from Castlevania's Striga because
Oh, that's
she's wonderful. Yeah.
yeah.
All the
Yeah.
vampire sisters
Oh.
are wonderful.
It's good that somebody here knows some vampire lore. Oh, I just thought of another vampire lore that I know, which is that I was once in a production of Dracula.
Oh, cool.
So that is something I know. But do I
You
remember
unlocked
it?
a memory for me.
A little bit.
I forgot about what vampire thing I was in, but it's so deep in the locked away memories of my acting life that I probably shouldn't open it. So I'm going to keep it where it is. Thank you for that brief moment in time.
Amazing.
I'm gonna go with Ned Birdwhistle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I love that for
That's
you.
very cool.
yeah. So, since we were playing with the idea of like British-esque setting, I feel like that is a perfect like Tweety white British name.
Yes. Right. We're British vampires here. George, the British surfer dude. I don't think I can do that accent, guys.
What's up, dude?
Whoa, these waves are totally rad, man.
Oh,
Quite the intersection there.
oh, man. Oh.
All right, Katie, you're up.
All right. Okay.
I needed a recording of that.
Oh, I'm adding it to my repertoire. You better guess, my bro. Go on.
Somebody clip
My
that.
bro. I think I'm gonna go with Echo, the unloving Kage.
Oh! Echo the Unloving.
Yeah.
The Unloving what? Kindness?
Kage.
Ah. Oh, look at you guys putting it in the chat. I love that for me. VTM. I don't know what VTM is, but what is VTM? Vampire the Masquerade. I'm ready. Hire me. Anyway, I'll run it. I'll run it without ever having read it. Okay. So you have a cool name. And in addition to that, you have fancy clothes from when you turned. Fashionable, but dated to whenever you turned. You also have canned pasta. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
When you become a vampire, you get two things.
Why does this? Why
Fangs,
is this?
clothes, and Chef
Yeah,
Boyardee.
here are your
it-
fangs and your canned pasta.
I don't know if you're just supposed to add all of this. It just says
man.
you have. So everybody, take note of your inventory, okay? Get ready. You have fancy clothes from when you turned, fashionable but dated, casual but mismatched modern clothes to blend in with the crowd. And this actually says mortals, but I said crowd. We have canned pasta. It says that. I didn't make that up. A cursed piece of jewelry. The examples here are a jade necklace filled with your mother's death screams. A leather hat made of witches. What?
Oh.
Are these options, or we just get all this?
You get all of this and you can flavor it however you want. You should probably flavor what your object is, but don't tell because I want to know when you use it. I think it'll be a nice, fun reveal. Make sure it's something you can use in any situation, of course, because I still don't know what this adventure is going to be. All right, and then you also have a flip phone. Very modern, but not a smartphone. It's probably a razor. This says your player goal is to get your character in creepy capers and try not to die again. And then you have a character goal that I'm going to put them in the chat. And I'm going to ask you each what they are after I read them all out loud. Be the VIP at the event. I guess there has to be an event. Come out to your mortal best friend. Oh, I think that means as a vampire, but it's still super
I was
cute.
gonna ask.
Why not both?
Complete your unresolved business. Do your dark bidding. That's vague. Find the one who got away. Also, but probably about, like, eating them. But who knows? Could be both. Get into an exclusive club and have a feast, in quotes. The feast is in quotes. I don't know what that means.
People.
It's people.
I knew what it meant. I was just I'm trying not to assume. Okay. So everybody, if you know what your goal is, shout it out to the heavens. Share with the this is something that either you can have shared with your vampack. Nope, that's werewolves. Vampire brethren. Vampals. Love it.
Coven.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, no. Yeah, Van Pals. That's correct.
You could have shared it
like
with your
Hackman.
Van Pals. I'm sure that's. I was in Dracula once, and that's what Dracula called Mina after she turned, or Lucy, or whoever died first. I can't remember. It's
Spoilers?
different.
I'm gonna go with complete your unresolved business, because I never could get the streak of vampire to like actually, was called out for the IT call. Still, really never got that hammered out.
Oh my god.
Still trying to get that ticket, done.
Oh my
inside.
god, I love that.
I say get into an exclusive club, because the whole point of me being in this state currently is to have been something else, and trying to correct a mistake could use assistance from an exclusive club, a magic club, a Wix club.
Can we go
Not
10
sure.
minutes without Rose making a vamp pun? Oh, there's a vote in the chat, everyone. I'm gonna vote no. But wait, I feel
I'm
like that's
scared.
unfair because I'm Rose, so I'm not gonna vote. I'm gonna remain unbiased. Okay. Anybody else think they know what their goal might be?
I think I'll do the find the one that got away. Just to contradict everything I'm about.
Yeah, I love that. Is that a romantic partner or a just like a person you tried to eat?
I like that it's both.
Okay.
I tried to eat them, failed, they turned into a vampire, I fell in love, and here we are.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. In the words of Zuko. All right, so we've got get into an exclusive club, complete your unresolved business, aka teach mom how to use iPad, find the one who got away, and okay, the one that got away. We need one more goal.
I'll go with do your dark bidding.
Oh,
And I
And
think
what's
it's
that?
just I think it's totally mundane, like vampiric day-to-day life, but she does it in like a vampiric way. Her bidding just happens to be totally innocuous.
oh my gosh! It's like what's so the bidding is like just like get through the day.
Yeah, just make sure nobody dies. Make sure nobody meets the final death.
Oh, she really is the mom friend.
I guess so. Yeah, it seems to be going that way.
Okay. So we got Ned Bird Person. Bird Whistle, not Bird Person.
Bird person.
Bird person.
Anybody else have anything to add to their goal that they need to clarify? I feel pretty clear on who each of you are. We've got the reckless caged one with a troubled past, with a troubled romantic past. We've got the mom friend who's a vampire, and just the creepy mom friend to everyone else, but maybe not so much to you guys. We've got the cook that talks about the fact that they're a cook and has a magic pan. Maybe, who knows? They say it's a magic pan, but it's unclear whether it's actually magic. I'm sure we'll find out once we start making those rolls. And then we've got the new guy / the nerd squad gone wrong, who's just trying to get his paycheck in. And then of course George, who may never show up again. George the British surfer dude. What have I
with an
done
accent
to
like
myself?
That is the secondary goal, is to make sure that George comes back.
Maybe he doesn't talk. Okay. As a group, so okay, now we have to create our flat. Ooh. As a group, we pick 3 strengths: heritage zoning laws, near a crematorium, private property, secret passages, soundproof walls, trimmed topiaries, UV tinted windows. Those are our choices. Don't We can just shout them out. There's another thing we have to pick that has 2, so everybody will at least get one chance to say something. I'll say it again. Imagine I'm your realtor. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a whole list of houses for you to choose from in our city of Vamperty here. Don't worry, it's totally safe. No vamps here. Anyway, heritage zoning laws, always something to look forward to. We've got a crematorium nearby, but that's great if somebody you know dies. Private property. No one's touching your land on our watch, if you choose that as a part of your package. Secret passages. I don't know why you would need those. I'm sure it's fine. You're not doing anything shady, I'm certain of it. Soundproof walls. A lot of murders happen around here, but we don't even know about them. Trimmed topiaries, just really aesthetically pleasing. Or UV tinted windows. Again with the murder thing. We don't know what's going on.
I would say the UV tinted windows for me, fam. Just for me.
UV
Just
tinted
me.
windows.
I think I would like that as well. But soundproof walls is my vote.
Okay. Oh, guys, you're making a murder house.
Mm-hmm.
Impeccable Wi-Fi. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know.
Oh man. Forget everything else.
We have one more.
So we get how many of these?
3. So we have one more. You have UV tinted windows, soundproofed walls, and
I mean, I'm never gonna say no to secret passages, but
all right.
Yeah, that is good.
Near a crematorium might be fruitful for the future.
Well,
I would say that would be a private stock supply of being able to deal and get that. If we have soundproof walls, the ability to go in the sun and bring back the bodies before they're burned, we would have an endless supply of flesh to consume if we need so. That is already perished.
That's true.
but without the secret passages, how will you get the bodies?
Work there.
Oh.
Okay, I'm getting a phone
The chef
call
at
from
the
my mother.
crematorium. Perfect.
Aw. Hold on, let me text my mom. Life moment. I'm working, Mama.
Because secret tunnels are nice for escaping, but if we're at the point where we have to escape, then we're already kind of... If we're on a private property, that's great for solitude, but we wouldn't be able to interact without the food and other sources to stay there. We could reject people from entering, but that's kind of sus when they show up. UV tinted would allow people to come into our place without any sort of, we could just do that in the daytime if we needed to. I like the trimmed topiaries, but I don't give a fludge about flowers and that. Soundproof walls, yes. Secret passages, yeah, like I said. So I would say near crematorium, soundproof walls, and UV tinted windows.
I see we've got a power gamer in the house.
No, I'm just a lit.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, my dude. I actually love that. I love all those ideas. I will say, Jonathan, you did say secret passages first, so I'm gonna let you have it if you want to say secret passages, or you can since and also since we already took UV windows from Lich, I'm gonna let you have the last choice, my dude.
I'll flip a coin.
Yes.
AKA roll this dice. 1, 2, 3 secret passages. 4, 5, 6 crematorium. That's a 6. Crematorium it is.
Okay.
I'm lucky.
Radical. I did already start to write down secrets, so it's gonna be a secret crematorium.
Oh yes,
Hell
yes. Keep that.
Okay. And now we must pick 2 problems. Oh, these are funny. I love these. Okay, I'm putting them in the
That's
chat. Uh,
Oh, no.
I'm terrified.
so we've got diminutive domicile, dirty dishes, gossiping ghost. Guys, we live for the alliteration. This is well written. This is a well written
It
game.
is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mariam Ahmad. I looked for her on the internet and I couldn't find her. But what a star. Buy this game, everyone. It's super cute. Okay. Humdy dumdy dum dum. So diminutive domicile, dirty dishes, gossiping ghosts, near a house of worship, nosy neighbors, sewer sinkhole, and werewolf warren. I like that all of them are like double letters and then one's just like, there's a church, bruh. We don't need to explain why that's bad.
And this is the problem for our house, right?
Yes, these are the two problems. You must pick two.
I would choose dirty dishes because as a person, as being on this earth, I would make that a problem if any of you keep leaving your goddamn dishes.
I am gonna
In
go
my
to. I am gonna go to because we haven't heard from Marcus yet. Marcus, if you want to pick one, and then the rest will be whatever you guys want.
Oh heck. Okay.
Remember, okay. Let me just do a quick tutorial
Please.
about lasers and feelings. The point isn't to succeed necessarily. The point is to tell a good story. So whatever happens, pick the thing that you think is going to be the most fun and interesting for you.
Okay, that is really good guidance. Given that, I will go with diminutive domicile. 'Cause I think that's really
Small
funny.
house.
Yeah, I think Striga is
Oh,
huge
man.
too, so there's that like element of her just being hunched over all the time and
Oh, like
That's
it's
the
literally
goals.
like a short house. Like
yeah, like
the ceilings
height
are
small.
low.
yeah.
Oh,
and
I'm
I think the floor
obsessed.
plan maybe is not huge too,
Who?
Like
or
one of
the
those
square
houses.
footage. Sorry, God.
George is tall.
Go ahead,
That's all I'm
Marcus.
gonna say.
I was just gonna say it's like those houses from like the 60s or 70s where the ceiling is like unreasonably low. It's like, why is it?
Precisely that. Yeah.
We do have a vote for dirty dishes, which I'm always a fan of, especially because I feel like maybe they're like arcane dirty dishes, like magically dirty dishes.
Like Beauty and the
But
Beast,
I'm
but
also down
the
for
opposite.
literally any other thing because this is all funny. These all seem like really a pain in the butt for a group of vamps.
Yeah, they all seem like great situations.
Alrighty. Any thoughts? Or I'm just gonna put dirty dishes down.
I think the most interesting one would be near a house of worship. I'm sorry. I don't know how that would play out, but being in a small house near a house of worship, that sounds like hell. Actually, I don't. We're already in hell. I don't know if we can do that much hell.
It sounds like I don't know, what's hell for a demon in the body of a dead human?
This,
Yeah,
that.
near a house of worship.
Yeah.
Near a house of worship has the vote. Uh-oh, what kind of a house of worship is it?
The
Oh.
worst kind. I don't.
Let's see, in Quelmar, there is religion.
Worship of vampires. That's funny. We're like, no, we don't want you. Like, stop. They find out, they're like, oh. Like, no.
If the chat has any ideas, because some of the chat knows more about Quelmar gods and stuff than I do, of a god that we should be nearby the home of, feel free to drop it in the chat. I know that there are lots of gods, so let's see. It would probably not be a god of death, Definitely not in a rule. Unless we want them to worship vampires.
It's got to be
And
like
it's just
like a sun god
like
or
a-
something, right?
Yeah. I mean, we
Sorry, you
do.
were saying, Jonathan.
Oh, go ahead, Jonathan.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like the vampire fanboy sort of house of worship. But no, I think the sun god thing makes sense.
Oh, there's
Makes more
Pelor.
sense.
Pelor is a sun god. That's like
Oh,
a
I know
classic
Pelor.
D&D deity. I know a lot about Pelor. You know what? This is gonna be hard for me because I'm very invested in Pelorian lore. Pelor lore? Oh
Pelorian.
God.
Just Pelor with an E on the end.
Pelor with an E.
Mm.
But I'm gonna go with, at this point in time, the word of Pelor. Questionable whether or not people are, it's doing that thing that modern day, some religions that exist that I'm thinking of, specifically one that is Christianity, has sometimes some situations that occur that aren't great. Also, vampire hunters. How dare?
Oh,
Not that vampires are real. They're not. It's fine. Wait. Somebody did say Morning Lord Lathander. Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah.
Lathander is literally the sun god.
Oh.
Which would be pretty nasty. Somebody also said Hugh Jackman. What?
Famously a sun god.
I only waited 30 seconds after the deadline, apparently.
I knew it would happen. I'm happy. I made
Okay.
my money.
Let's go with the suggestion from the chat, because I said that I would. For Lathander, and the priest there is Hugh Jackman. Who is apparent. The only thing Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
But it's spelled. It's not spelled that.
This
It's
is huge Hackman.
Huge Ackman. It's word travels. There are some rumors that he might be a vampire. Not a vampire, a werewolf, which really just makes him even more of a rival to your clan of vampires. Your clan pyre. Okay. I can't. I gotta quit. I need to know more about vampires so I can make good puns instead of shitty ones. Okay. So, let me figure out what our game's gonna be really quick. Hang on. Let's do a friends montage of how we meet our characters. What part of the music plays. We'll introduce ourselves. I want you to introduce yourselves proper. And say, what you're doing in the opening theme song, and then what weird face like the camera catches you on, because it's like it does that thing where it like zooms in and takes a close-up on your face really inconveniently. So I would like to hear what you're doing and then show me the like unflattering face that your vampire is making when the camera freezes on them and it shows your name at the bottom of the screen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's start with Lich.
I think during the montage, they're just like reading books, looking through the internet, and then the weird face that they're showing the screen is when they're cooking. Before they decide how to make a meal, they stare into the voidal pan that looks like a normal pan, but they're doing spider eyes where they're just like looking into it and they're just like going back and forth. And they're looking through all the different spices, sequences of flavors that you could put. and like that face is what you see normally, and they're just you're like, oh no.
And
He's making it about yeah.
does Omoy use they them pronouns? Because you just used they. I just want to make sure that I got that right.
Yes, and usually they would just be called the Lich in like the show because that's the main goal. So everything else he's just like just I'm gonna get there one day,
Okay.
one step,
Okay.
one time.
The Voidal Pan.
It's my focus meditation pen.
I gotta go. All right. Let's go to Old Striga. Old Striga.
I think Old Striga is outside, like in the dead of night, like the witching hour, tending to some of the plants outside, wearing the appropriate getup, like a sun hat, ill-fitting apron, and gloves. Uh, and the camera catches her. She like turns over her shoulder as if sensing the camera, and it's just a totally deadpan, uh, unaffected face. It just holds for a few seconds, maybe too long, and that's it.
Incredible. Jonathan, or Ned.
Yeah. It's just like that clip of Ned. He's, this works in our genre here. It's like talking directly to the camera / the camera person. You see like the angle of the camera start to like tilt and then drop as I have drained the cameraman, and then static shifts to just like this.
Sorry,
Posed
I got surprised.
And then like static cut to like this. He's always ready for the photo. He's just not photogenic, so it's just like this yearbook style photo of just.
Oh god. Oh god. I hate that.
And that's Ned.
So good.
Oh god. And Katie.
I think Echo is, if this is okay, I think she's gonna be going through the old Striga's like ritual clothing. I think she's kind of like dressing it herself and like in the mirror, like, just totally disrespecting you. And I like the idea that she's kind of like the disrespectful granddaughter of the old Striga. So I think, when she gets her panned face shot, Striga comes in, is pissed, and is kind of like beating her with like, like a chancla or like a fan or something in the old like grandmother typey way.
Wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. And with that, we will jump into our game. So, vampires. Tonight is a very special evening. The Unholy Masquerade, an annual party held by the vampire community in Vamperty, is this evening, and you have been given the honor of hosting it in your home. Now, of course, they don't know that you live in a tiny apartment, but, of course, they would never expect such a thing from a group of vampires as well equipped and well understood and known as yourselves. What is the name of our vampire vampals? What's our vampal party name?
Oh no.
I can always come up with one, but it's gonna be Clampire.
The clamps.
Clamps. Oh my god. My instinct is to say that we go by like the our street name, like wherever we live, like the X Street clan, or something like that.
Ooh,
Moon Court clamps.
Mm.
the Moon Court Vampals.
That sounds like a Sesame
that.
Street show gone wrong.
Or
I love it.
depending on who you are, yeah, or right.
I love the court because, like, if people hear about it, it's like, oh, the Moon Court, yes. But it's literally just like Moon Court.
Oh, the Moon Court. Okay, I love that. The Moon Court.
It's just the name of the street.
And there's only 4 of you, and George.
No.
Yeah. So you are the Moon Court, which is interesting because the Cathedral of Lathander is on this street. I'm gonna go with it's on the intersection of Moon and Moon Court and Solar Avenue. So you're on
Oh,
Moon
man.
Court, but then Solar Avenue is
Oh.
like right next to Moon Court. You
I
live
love
in a
it.
sunny area. And then the crematorium, which is also right nearby, because it's a cathedral. It has of course, it has a connect. You gotta have your hookups if you're a church for the dead people. So there is also a crematorium, also on
Monopoly
Solar
is what it
Avenue.
is.
So yeah, so we've got our little intersection here. I'm drawing it for myself. Solar Avenue and Moon Court. Oh right, the secret crematorium. Oh, spooky.
We
It's
just
underground.
sell roast beef, but the roast beef is people.
Oh no. Oh no, this isn't Sweeney Todd. Okay, so Moon Court, you have this evening a very exciting ceremony that is it's essentially the Unholy Masquerade is essentially like it's a ritual kind of cult-esque ceremony where a bunch of champerty vamps. Oh my god, I've done this to myself. A bunch of Vamperty residents get together and do this ritual. It's essentially like a luck giving ceremony. It is the thing that it gives you some magic, but it also it grants everybody luck, which is one of the things, which is essentially like a source of magic that is almost like the connecting strings that keep you from being found out in those moments that you would almost be found out or almost step out into the sun. They're the thing that luck is what, brushes the wind so that the tree leans slightly further than it usually does and gives you an extra length of shade. It's the thing that, causes the train to drive by so that you have time to get away. It's basically like plot armor. So, the ceremony, it brings you luck. So it's a very important event. So let's go, I want to hear what everybody's doing to prep for tonight's festivities for the annual Unholy Masquerade. Tick tock, tick tock. Time continues to go by.
I think Striga is like haranguing Ned at the moment. She's like, Ned, you will show me how to send an electronic invitation, or you will do it. Please.
Yes, of course. So it's really, really simple. First you bring up your browser, and then you want to go
Ned,
into the
explain
e-find.
this browser. What is this?
Striga, are you trying to invite more people to this abode? More.
We need to invite everybody from the community, or else there's no purpose.
Striga,
Yes.
I could put my hand almost through that far wall, and when I say far, it's actually near. We need like not more people, but like controlled people.
I disagree respectfully. I believe we can host people outside as well, although our abode is...
You know how they're gonna dress, Striga. You know how they're gonna dress. When people
big
look outside and
coffee.
see 50 people dressed the way that they're going to be dressed, that's going to bring attention to us.
Hmm. Again, I respectfully disagree. I think they will assume it is a. I think they will assume it is some type of Renaissance party.
Renaissance event.
Medieval?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Are you
I
agreeing with
mean,
this? And I'm looking at the other two.
as long as you have the right sort of, I think, music atmosphere playing around, then
Oh,
people might assume that there is, nothing wrong going on. If you want to go medieval, you can have something on a lute or something, or as long
yeah.
as you have some sort of non-sinister music playing, then people will tend to pass on by,
Did you forget
thinking it's
about the
some sort of
church that
flash
kind of
mob.
like hates that idea, like down the street?
Hmm. Yes, well, they play their loud, what do we say, Lathandrian rock things,
Oh
trying to get
no.
in the young people. I feel like they're no
Okay.
stranger to music.
Yeah, it's definitely like rock
All
folk
right. So
vibes at
when
all
we
times. Like always singing, always so much music. Really, the inconvenient thing about it is they're just like noisy neighbors. As much as they are, potentially could cause your demise and death, they're also just noisy.
how about then in this invite, we invite them to celebrate with us, and we say somehow that we're going to put up a tent or like a thing so that it's not so obvious that they're just coming to our house.
And then when they are
Yeah.
unsuspecting, we crush them. Is what you're saying? I gather.
I mean, no, no, Striga. We talked about this. We can't just crush people. That makes a scene. We're trying to avoid the scenes here.
A
We can
suggestion
always
has
just put
been
a
made.
sold out sign on the gate.
Um, Striga, as you are searching the web, you do see an ad pop up on your email, like one of those like pop-up ads, and it says community theater workshop. Click here for a free application.
True.
I can't hear you, Striga.
Sorry, I was muted. Ned, the a popping up ad has shown up on the electronic mail. Please activate it for me.
But don't activate the ad, Striga. Striga,
It's a
don't.
community
Sure.
theater workshop. Can be very enriching for myself. Also for
Wait. Community
please.
workshop.
Yes,
Workshop.
very enriching, very exciting.
Ned. Ned,
Hmm? Yes.
would it be possible to make a workshop sign like obvious for people to see nearby in this invitation?
Oh, yes, quite easily. Yes, get a print job going like community theater workshop or, improv show here. I mean, those are like the two quickest ways to make sure that no one will trespass. Yeah.
Then we could also put in front before the event that we have a workshop coming up, invite only. So that way, if people do
Oh,
see it, then they'll be knowing that we do have this workshop coming up as well. So it won't just be out of the blue.
yeah. Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, I can talk to my friends at, the copy center. We have quite the rapport at this point. Yes. Hmm.
Echo, what
What
are
have
you
you been?
doing during all of this?
I think at this point she wasn't home. She was out getting some supplies. She kind of burst through the door with like all of these shopping bags in her arms, just ready to kind of deck out the place.
What are you doing? What is all this?
We're having a party. I got supplies.
Am I the only one concerned about all of this? Am I just I like pat myself down? Am I feeling too hot right now? Am I we're gonna be seen.
Striga touches uh, Amoy's face. No, you're as cold as always, my friend.
It was an expression, Striga. An expression. Oh my god. Did you get anything to eat that's nice? I'm gonna eat something.
No, that's That's your job. Why would I?
You went out to get supplies for a party and you didn't get food.
No.
Look, humans will. I don't understand why they eat that stuff when like
I would
first
love to
in my
know
mouth.
for everybody to choose one decoration that was acquired, and Katie, you have unlimited things that you can pull out of this. I mean, not I'm within reason, but you know, I would love to know from everybody at least one thing, that is one decoration that has come home with Echo.
I would have requested signs like eat here, go there. This is where you do it. I would say you better get some signs to direct people. So,
And did you get signs?
oh no.
Reckless one?
Yes, I think she probably got signs, but they're more like a party's over here and like
Stop.
take your shoes off or like I don't know, something totally not at all what
Don't forget.
Mitch was asking for.
Are they like smile? Or just
Yeah.
like Party City signs that say like from like different holidays?
Celebrate.
Amazing. Anything else that you think? Anything else, you guys, that would be in this bag?
How about like a speaker for this, you know, any music for the party, but it's like one of those like $4 speakers that are like this big, just for the whole party.
I bought one for each room. Just little tiny ones.
Blue teeth speakers.
Blue Fang speakers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcus, do you have any flavor you want to add here?
Yes, Striga would have requested like vampire bat decals to stick on the walls. And that's it.
That's really funny.
And Katie, what do you think you would have?
I think there's a shit ton of balloons and a disco ball added to that.
Ah, something that reflects light sounds really good for vampires. It's a blacklight disco ball. Hand wave.
It's
So cool,
a
yeah.
mirror ball that is just completely blank because vampires.
I think actually wait, a blacklight, that is sunlight, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh yeah, UV is probably not.
That's not
Great.
what you want. So it's a
LED?
LED light disco
Oh,
ball.
the technology.
Changes colors.
And so you can listen to the Lich's cooking show on YouTube. Okay. Okay, so we have all of this, but no tent, and no space to do this party. The suggestion has been made for a tent. There is probably, like, you are in a tiny apartment, so there might be, like, and it's not private property. You didn't decide on private property, so there are, like, other apartments in this. You're in, like, a complex, right? So, you probably can imagine that there are other, rooms and probably a community lounge in this complex if you'd like to try to take over the community lounge. There is always the
Make that
street
amenity
outside
reservation.
to actually go out onto Moon Court, take over that area. Or, I mean, you know, there's a secret crematorium as well.
Fun.
Oh, that's true.
But it
I
is
mean,
owned
Secret
by
Crematorium
someone.
is a heck of a venue.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
not
if
you.
it's a secret crematorium, is it an abandoned crematorium? If it's an
Definitely
abandoned-
not.
All right.
They just have a really bad location. You know, it's tucked around a corner. No one can really get to it really easily.
It's a hole in the wall crematorium, but you know, once you try it out, they've got really great service. Everybody there's super nice. The food's delicious.
Crematorium.
We might want to contact them to say, hey, we are doing a party. We can't afford much, but we will afford you if you allow us to use your space.
I'm in Pop Crematorium. I'm dead. I'm undead. I'm
Like
undead.
we just want to rent it out for like a night. We won't touch the bodies.
Yes, well,
We'll
you
try
all
not
do have flip phones.
Is it true?
I would say.
And
I
of
think we
course, you
should-
have an ancient rotary phone hanging off of the wall.
Oh, well, I think that we should somehow navigate a situation where not everyone that you are inviting with this email is here. I don't know if we can do this through a tent. I don't know if we have to call somebody. Maybe the crematorium? No. Crematorium? Community. What about that downstairs lounge that no one really uses because they don't want to be seen?
Yeah, the ping pong table net in that room is just wrecked, so nobody ever uses the space.
All very viable options. We could use all three, perhaps.
We could make it a game. We could do one thing at one time, one thing at another time, and keep them moving as well as not keep them in one space.
Oh,
Brilliant.
like a scavenger hunt. Oh, now you're
I
talking
don't like
Ned
that
Bird
one.
whistles.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't. Oh, wait. Maybe a scavenger hunt in the location. When everyone finds everything, we move on to the next one.
Yeah,
Sounds
yes,
like a
that's
lot of
what I'm.
work.
That does sound like a lot of work.
So what are
See,
you
a
guys
lot
doing?
of tedious work with very little payoff. I mean, again, you're talking
I
Ned
guess-
Bird whistles language. here.
I'd say the familiars probably could help with that stuff. We're too busy.
George.
Oh my god.
George just kind of like shuffles out from. He's wearing like a tank top and a. What have I done? Bathing
A tank
suit
top.
shorts.
What have I done?
And he's got flip flops on. And he's got like that from like maybe like the 2010s, that like long sandy like Bieber hair kind of, or like that like flippy long hair, you know what I'm talking about.
It's
And-
super damaged from like chlorine and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and frosted tips, even though it's long. No, that's
yeah.
it. That's too much. I take it back. No frosted tips.
Oh,
Just the tip.
Just one.
Oh.
Just
Just
one
the-
frosted.
just one.
Just one singular frosted.
He started to go for the frosted tip, but then he decided not to. So he peeks out around the corner and he goes, what's up, my masters? How can I help you?
We require your services.
Totally, I'm like mind controlled, whatever, so I'm totally game for whatever you need.
What did we need again?
The location.
Oh, get this. Oh yeah.
You set up
I
a
get
scavenger
it.
hut, right?
Yes. So we need the downstairs basement, the cellar, that amenity reserved, to going through the proper channels, of course. Contacting the crematorium to use their space, and then did we want to use outside? Was that the third place? Or
Let's
okay,
next that
Right,
because
so,
outside is
those two.
I'm totally happy to do some of that setup and stuff, but unfortunately, I'm not legally allowed to sign up for anything ever because of my criminal past, man. I have a checkered history,
Oh,
and I'm not really allowed to like sign anything according to my
George,
lawyer.
George, this sounds like a personal problem. We just need you to get it done, okay?
Okay, this seems like a role situation. Even though he is under hypnosis, when you do something risky, roll 1d6 to see how it goes. Roll +1 if you're prepared, +1 if you're an expert or have an appropriate item. and you roll the dice, and you want to roll high if it's flat, which I feel. Well, I guess you're trying to psychic him, right? So you're trying to be like, get it done, send psychic message, make him do it. And
I would say call in. I would suggest then to call in to see if it can be done first. Because if we call in and they say you can't even do it, then we wouldn't have to reveal our names. We wouldn't have to do anything that's putting it out there. We would just be saying, "Hey, so about this crematorium, can we have a Easter egg hunt in it?"
So you want to send. So let's see what happens with this roll though, because we've gone down the path of trying to send George to do this dirty work. So you're gonna want to get this is a Fangs roll, so you want to roll over your number, which is a 4. You're so good at mind control, Echo. You're so good at it. And so go ahead and can you advocate in any way about how this could be you would get an additional dice?
Like how I could,
If you're
how
prepared.
George could do it?
No,
Or-
no, so you're rolling a 1 dice.
Yes.
But you get an extra one if you're prepared. This would be related potentially to your archetype or your role in the group. If you are an expert, again, related to your archetype or your role in the group. Or if you have an appropriate item, such as whatever one of your items, you can expend an item, I guess, or like use some of an item to,
Okay. I have a cursed object that allows you to shapeshift, and I give it to George.
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah. So you can add a dice for that. Yeah, this is your psychic check to see how this, just, kind of like making sure that you give him proper directions about how to go do this. Because obviously he's going to try to do it either way. But it's about like whether you do a good job telling him what to do. So roll 2d6 and tell me what you get.
I got a 4 and a 6.
Okay, so that is, if 2 dice succeed, you do it well. Good job. But you also, if you roll your number exactly, which you did, you experience flat fangs. Good Lord, I love this game. You get special insight into what's going on. And you can ask me a question. And I will answer you honestly. So I've got a list of questions that you can use if you need inspiration here, but I also have you can also pick your own question.
I'm gonna go with, what should I be on the lookout for?
Well, I mean, it is a Friday night, and you are near a church, and they oftentimes have like events that happen on Friday nights. So it's probably gonna be pretty poppin' tonight over at the chapel of the Cathedral of Lathander. So you should be on the lookout for that tonight.
Okay.
As you are planning your event. But yeah, so George is like, oh, right, yeah, totally. I'm gonna go do that. If I don't see you again, it's 'cause I've gone and got arrested doing your bidding.
don't say things that would get you arrested. You're just asking questions.
They wouldn't even know it's
Should
you.
I
Use
put
the
Do I put a fake name or something?
Just go as what's his name? Hugh Jackman.
Pretend to be
Oh,
Hugh
no.
Jackman?
Yeah.
Oh, I've
They're
never
having a party
pretended
too, so no one will know.
That sounds reckless.
Hugh Jackman hosting the Unholy Masquerade. Ooh.
That sounds reckless. I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, unfortunately, you're not the one that just told me to do your bidding, mate. All right, bye everyone.
If
No
you
one.
do get arrested, put me in touch with your lawyer, please. Find that there are always lovely conversations that really never end when you're talking to a lawyer. And I would like to partake.
Oh, I do have one. And he pulls out from his bathing suit pocket, like he flips out a business card and is like, "Look, man, I've been through a lot, but this guy's helped me through it."
But aren't you still like through the lot that you haven't been through, which is why you're in this current situation?
Where I can't sign things. Yep, that's me. All right,
So
bye, friends. Make sure that you have a great day, and I'll see you tonight at the party for sure. Unless, of course, you need me to do your bidding again, in which case, just
I think
whistle
Echo just
our
shoves George out.
whistle our tune. I'll be here for you, baby.
Closes
Okay,
the
bye.
door.
Honestly, I haven't run into a lot of people that could, fit the bill for being an energy vampire, but George is already on that path. If I'm, he might be some good.
It's
All
very
right.
draining.
Apparently he's a criminal surfer dude. So, you guys now have your guy out signing you guys up for this event to put down that the Unholy Masquerade is being hosted by Huge Ackman in all three of these buildings, or on the street. He'll be putting up signs
for the workshop.
for the
For the workshop.
all right, for the what
Yeah.
kind of a workshop? What kind of a workshop?
A theater. We're doing like we're gonna invite people to like do what is it called? Auditions and like.
Oh,
that
an
kind of thing.
audition. Oh, that's good.
I would suggest that because that way it's like invite only blank.
Okay.
And that way we can say, okay, these people are coming together to be auditioning for the next. Brrr.
Okay. I mean, that works perfectly because Huge Ackman directs the yearly nativity. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you've sent off George. At around this time, Striga, you get another email that says, weirdly enough, it's an email invite to the Unholy Masquerade Ball. But it's at a different location than the one that you have all planned. It comes up in your email and it's like a big like one of those like big bright colored invitations with like it's got like yellow and purple and like little bats and moons and stars
Body.
and stuff, and it's like everything's moving like gifts. It's like a bunch of gifts and exploding party confetti and stuff, and it says guys, gals, and non-binary vampire pals, you know where you want to be. And it has an address on Solar Avenue that isn't the crematorium and isn't the street where you guys have said that you're gonna have this party, and isn't your apartment.
All I can think of is Dinkelberg.
This is the church, y'all. This has to be the church. I don't know what y'all are seeing from this, but Solar.
It has to be, right?
Yes.
they're
Honestly,
just
I'm
trying to-
impressed.
But how do
Honestly,
they
I'm
know?
impressed they were able to get some of these animated gifts working. I haven't
That's
seen
what
some
you're
of those
impressed
since
about.
2000. Well, Sorry, yes.
I believe they're pronounced GIF, Ned.
It does
surprised
have
you
on
don't know
it
that.
Striga. It does have a button that says, click to RSVP.
I would reach if you even like go near that button. Don't you dare click that.
I will make click.
Don't. I want
Okay,
to actively.
Okay, I
resist
think
that.
this would be
Yeah,
a rolling the dice situation from
Oh no.
you're gonna win.
oh my. No,
This
it would
is-
be just a solo. It would be a solo dice roll
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh no.
of let's see. Well, vampires have super speed, right? That's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I mean, just to play fair a bit, I don't know if Striga would. I feel like she's more of a bruiser. If you're
That's
going
that's
like
all good.
archetype route.
I think what the reason I'm asking is because you would be using your super speed to like rush over and stop her.
Yes.
Whereas
Oh,
she's
I see,
probably,
okay.
even if she has it, she's not using it. She's just like doing her thing, clicking the link.
I
Fucking
would chat
viruses.
danger real quick. I'm like, they could find out that we clicked it.
Yeah.
And
I feel like there's no small number of viruses on that computer from what Spriga has clicked thus far.
so you should go ahead and I think you should roll Fangs. When you here, I'll put this in the chat. This info here that I had shared before about what to do when you roll a dice. When you do something risky, roll a d6. You get to add one if you like do something special.
The only ready thing I can say is I would immediately think that this is a trap for my tech readiness, being like, don't click this bit because this is like a trap. It's in Sun Court. This is, but I'm just gonna roll.
See, I would 100% give it to you.
I got a 6.
Okay,
Oh.
you got a 6. Okay, that's
Yes,
a
I got a 6.
success.
I haven't touched it. I'm gonna just boop. Oh no, I can't. I can't do that, guys. I just try to put my camera where the dice was.
Yeah, don't break
But it's
your
a
don't
6
break
to
your
9.
don't break your setup.
Mhm.
Also,
Yeah,
your
I
camera
can't
just
do that.
shifted, and now we only see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, well, that's a success. So if one die succeeds, you barely managed it, which means there's a implication, a complication, a harm, or a cost. I think the cost is you succeed in not in grabbing the mouse, but you end up your super strength like overpowers a little bit, and you end up crushing the mouse.
I for the greater good, I have done this service to you, Striga. Now we will have to buy a better mouse, and we will do that together so that we have a better way of accessing the computer.
You can no longer use the computer because it has no mouse. You see the invite still standing there, blaring. It starts to sing. Come on down.
Come on now.
Come on down to Vampire Town for the unholy, the unholy, the unholy masquerade. Da-na-na-na-na.
All right, it's rock, guys. Come on now. anyone can see that this is a church trap.
Oh,
please.
yeah.
Now that you say that, that doesn't make sense.
I said it in the beginning.
Now that you've said it a second time, that does make sense.
And as you
I'm
look,
a fan of the bit crunched, very low sound quality. I mean, that's really high. Sorry.
passive aggressive jabs at the invitation aside, you do notice that it has one of those like CC et al things on it where it's like sent to like a whole bunch of people, and you just see like a whole bunch of emails, and it's like all your vampire friends.
What?
These
Oh,
are
no.
other vampires. I know this is Raskolnikov. I think they're trying to trap everyone.
I've serviced at least 7 people, 7 of these vampires on calls before.
Should we...
I will say among these emails, Echo, you definitely recognize one of them. What's their name?
Should we warn people about this?
Yes, but I want to know what the name of Echo's ex is. And
Give
what
me a
their email
second.
handle is.
Give me a second.
Oh, email handle. Oh no.
I can come up with their email. Their email is
Oh, I have one.
Oh, go ahead. Never mind, you go.
I think their name is Bartleby.
Aww.
And his email is bitebitebaby at yahoo.com.
Oh no. Not the Yahoo. Not the ancient technology of the ancients.
I see bite baby at yahoo.com and my heart drops.
At least it's not AOL.com.
Baby at yahoo.com. I will say I don't think they were the first Bite Baby at yahoo.com. So there is probably there is the number 4. Bite Baby 4 at yahoo.com. They tried every number until they got to 4, and then it was available. So yeah, that's where we're at. I know
So-
that Lich, you were saying something before. You had said we need to warn people. That's what you had said.
I see this, I think about it, and as we see the list and we're processing it, I say, all right, this is too found bad, right? It's down the street from us. And if people are coming to this street and going this way, then the vampires that go and are stupid enough to go to this, and the vampires that are smart enough to go to ours, that's bad. This is bad.
I'll remind you that you guys have not actually sent out an invitation to your
Oh, shit.
party.
And we can't use the computer.
You have broken the mouse.
Oh,
I will. Is it dark? Is it dark, or is it like, what is it?
It's daytime. The party's not until tonight.
Can we get, what's his name, George, to get us a mouse right quick?
is he back yet?
You hear through the psychic link that you all share with George. Whoa, man. I'm in the middle of something. And I'm having a bit of trouble downstairs because a bunch of kids are trying to take the room. But don't worry, mates. I'm really good with kids. And because I used to teach children.
But you're a criminal, and
That
you
was
had
before. That was before. That was before. Don't worry. I'm a. Everyone, child abuse is a line. He's not an abuser of children. Don't worry. Don't worry, mate. I'm just gonna convince them to have their party at the real cool place, which is that bar. No wait, they're kids. Which is that fun quarters, that Chuck E. Cheese's.
Who's gonna pay
That
for Chuck
Quacky
Cheese?
Quacky Queeses. That Chuck E. Cheese's, you know.
Quacky Queasy.
What kind of party are they having?
Yeah, I like that
It's
other
the
one.
most
That's gross.
unappealing sequence of syllables.
Oh no! I don't know why. I was really happy you didn't hear me say that. Okay, the
entertainment,
Chuck E.
please.
Cheese is down the street, you know. I've got this, guys. What do you need?
New computer rat. Amoy crushed the old one.
Okay,
And
you
good-
want
I
me
don't know
to
if
fetch
this
you
would
a
be
rat?
too. I mean, I am the IT guy. I don't know if this would be like too cheesy to, no mouse pun intended, of like either having a spare or like being able to get a spare.
I think you can
Um,
roll to have a spare. Well, everyone else is like trying to because he's like, yeah, I can totally get you a mouse. It'll just be about 6 hours before I finish the first order you gave me. And then I'll bring you a mouse.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Meanwhile, it's
servitude
like-
is not a
it's called-
perfect science.
Meanwhile, just like going calmly through my messenger bag. All right, let's see. USB.
This seems like a
to
flat
Pro
roll.
cable, USB mini cable. Let's see, USB micro cable, Thunder. Like just like all the. Yeah, I can roll.
You picked new person,
sorry,
not
what
tech
kind of roll you
savvy
said?
though. So
Oh,
This is true. This is true.
but does
Yeah, that's
energy
why
help you
you
with
have
this
it.
at all?
Or at least like, no.
I don't know anything about energy vampires.
Yeah.
Oh,
Energy vampire, basically, like or at least the energy vampire I know, which is what we do in the shadows, is like just like the most boring person who catches you in conversations for as long as possible and like drains the energy out of you. If it bores you, that's kind of what they go for. So I guess you're right. I didn't pick tech savvy, so
You can still have it. It'd
even though
just be
I'm
a
an
flat
IT
roll.
person, yeah. All right, flat roll.
You're like not really that tech savvy. You just, happen to have the job.
Okay, and I want to roll under my
You want to
score
roll lower than your score. Yes.
because this is flat. That is a 2 under my 4.
Hell yeah. So if one die succeeds, you barely manage it. The GM inflicts a complication, a harm, or a cost. So you do have a mouse. Luckily, it's the kind that can't even be crushed in your bag. It's like a special mouse that you have specifically for situations like this because it is enhanced with a sentient magic. However, when you pull it out of its bag, it starts to wriggle and try to run away.
No. Oh dear. Oh,
oh, I could have resurrected the mouse. It's
And then-
dead now.
And then a couple of more mouses also run out of your bag and scatter into different parts of the apartment.
oh dear, it's gonna take quite a while to track all of them down. Well, we've got the one. Do keep a handle on it. It tends to run.
You hear some clanking of dishes, things falling in the distance.
I'll be right back. And then I just immediately leave the room to deal with that. I'm not gonna have no mouse break my glass dishes.
As you walk into the kitchen, you see you get a message on your phone. Actually, all of you do on your flip phone. It's a text message, and it's you open it and it's like one of those like picture messages, and it has like an image of like a bunch of people like in hoods, and in the text it says like, you, the letter, are invited to the number Unholy Masquerade at, and then it has the same address on Solar Avenue. And
Oh,
with that,
no.
we're going to take a break.
Oh no.
Great, because my phone was a piece of cheese that I was gonna eat.
All right, we are going to take a 5 and then come back and finish out our caper. I guess this is going to become a caper somehow. I just realized that the be right back screen is for the last thing that we ran, which was relics. So I'm just put it back on the starting soon screen. Everybody that's watching at home, we'll be back at 8:55. All right, folks, we're back from our break, man, and it's been a mighty good one. We're all super duper refreshed and hydrated. Hopefully, we got some celery on the stove. That's not me. That's my friend Lich over there. And yeah, we're having a great time. Are you guys ready to jump back into the game? Oh God.
Yes.
Tell me not to do that. Stop singing, Rose. Not today. Okay. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Excellent. So, you get this text message. Dun dun dun! That's it.
Can we send emails from our phones? I didn't think of that, but
You do have flip phones, so no.
The phones that I had that had flip capabilities could send emails back in the day
Oh,
for me.
okay. So,
Absolutely.
yes, but it
would
will
just take
require
half an
a
hour
roll.
to go through the numpad.
yeah. Type
You
all
didn't
those
have a
emails in.
sidekick? I had a sidekick. Shh,
Oh, it's not
that's
that fancy of a flip phone, honey.
fine.
It's I think the whole point is that so
Yeah.
there's a piece of lore, isn't there, that vampires love counting or something like that? You couldn't have too many keys or you would start counting them.
Understandable. I think I would shout back to the room. Did you all just get a text saying the same thing that the email did?
Yes, I'm responding right now.
Don't respond to it. And I like almost go back and press phone, but I'm like, nope. They ain't
You
gonna do
can't
it.
crush
Can I go slow?
Striga's phone because it's the Nokia.
Yeah.
It's the original.
Indestructible.
And I'm like, ooh, I'll hurt myself. Look, can we just not respond to this? Because who sent you the text? And I look actually to check myself who sent the text to us.
It's an email and it says it's blocked out. It's like one of those like spam emails. Like
Striga, look at me. And I take Striga,
Cool
look
guy.
him directly in the eyes. I'm like,
cool guy 212.
don't respond to anything of this nature until it's understood who is sending this message. It's a trap. It's all a trap.
What will this phone do to me? I will.
It's not the phone. It's not the phone, Striga. It's not the phone. And I said, yeah, we probably need to warn the other people about this immediately if they haven't already agreed to this. Can
It's
you
definitely a
send
group
message?
text that goes out to like everyone you know. So you guys are in like one of those group text messages, but it's the way that when you're in a group text message and you don't have a smartphone, where like you get the messages in like a weird order. So you guys start getting like messages like,
Oh no.
excellent, I am so excited for our
Oh,
shenanigans.
no. Oh, God,
Wonderful.
stop.
I will bring a corpse.
These dumbasses. And I say, can you send a reply email? Let's send a reply email without the person who sent it to the people that we know, saying, hey, if you want to lose your luck tonight, go to that, because that ain't us.
I'll say from Bartleby's number, which you definitely still have saved in your phone. You do get a message that says, "I should be there as long as my femur recovers."
Femur?
I reply very coyly and just say K. Period.
Wait, it wasn't for you.
Oh, I thought it was for.
It was for everyone.
Also
Everybody,
for
you
the
also
chat.
get a message that says K. Period.
Honestly, I know this is a trap, but I'm a little bit happy to be included. Normally, I'm not
Oh
you know,
my
in
God.
the loop on these things.
Lords of everything that exists within this realm. Am I never gonna get past my state of being in this body? If we were to all assemble at one place of the church, what do you think is gonna happen when we assemble at the church?
We crush them with
No.
superior strength and numbers.
It's Friday. They're planning to have a party of our flesh, not a party with them. They're inviting us to be killed.
Though I think Striga has a point here because it is intended to be a trap for us, but since we know it's a trap, they're all going to be there, and so are all of our allies.
You do realize half the damn party just said, I'm about to bring my corpse, like they think it's a party. I don't have trust in that.
Agreed. Agreed.
You get another message
We
that
just
says,
gotta.
"My mother's portrait is so excited."
Do you not see this shit?
Portrait?
I just like what it.
I thought you said poultry.
I didn't say that, but now I did. You get a second text that says, "And my sister's poultry is just thrilled."
And my axe.
My poultry.
We have to do something. Like I said, can we just send a message through the computer, Striga? You ain't got typing duty. I can type it if we need to, but we need to strategically tell people about this quickly.
Agreed.
So I think that's going to be like the next action is like sending a reply all and taking out the person who sent it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool guy 212 was it?
Cool
Yes.
guy 212.
I'm using super speed to cipher through the email and like see to make sure like whoever I'm sending it to, I know who they are.
Yeah, go ahead and so you want to use super speed to do that, or you want to
Yes.
just look through your emails? That's going to determine whether it's flat or fang.
Oh, I'm better at Fang. No, at flat. So I do the flat version. So I'm just going through with the technique of like.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's a very mundane task going through. I mean, if anybody's ever tried to sort through a reply all email and find the email that you need, everybody's
It's a
nodding.
nightmare.
It's the worst.
I use filters, so I don't live that.
Well,
Huh?
I'd love some of those links if you have them.
I will give you all of the links later in
All
life.
right.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a flat roll. If it's affected by your vampire type or an object that you have or anything like that, let me know. Otherwise,
What am I trying to roll? All right, I'm just gonna. Oop, that fell on the floor. But I have hundreds of dice in front of me. I got a 4.
okay. And your number is a 4. If you roll your number exactly, you experience flat fangs.
Oh,
That's a good thing. You get a special
Oh,
I don't know. Together,
I thought it was
phrase
the other one.
flat fang is not a good phrase because it makes you think your teeth are flat. But it's not what it means. You get a special insight into what's going on. So you can ask me a question and I will answer
yeah.
honestly.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, what is the best way to do this?
The best way to do this,
To get people to understand like what's going on, and like that's what I'm saying. The best way to do.
yeah, that's a good question. So here's the thing about the Unholy Masquerade. It is a very important and highly coveted celebration and ritual. Like defaming it might not be their best route to go here. If you can find a way to like trick them into thinking it's also you have to eat the hosts or something like that, like it's gonna be, if you tell them like we're gonna use this as a way to attack the church, they're gonna be like, no, this is about us, this is our moment, because it's not about necessarily like eating people this particular event. It's really like a community building experience. It's like the one time that's not about blood sacrifices.
I just have an idea for you.
Yeah, I love ideas. Hit me.
Well, just like in the email, just saying like tonight the moon is gonna eclipse the sun, and get them like hyped to like take it down. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So I think the way that that's playing out is I'm verbally saying the email out loud hundreds of times, like trying to see like how to say it, and you all are hearing me do that, and you say that, and I would be like, so we're going with the idea to have it there and kill them there. Am I on the right page here? This email?
So you're now not having the celebration in the crematorium or the
So I'm asking the group because if I'm saying this, like either we not defame it, but change the route here, or we approach this as a way of using this as a hmm, we gave them inside information. They sent out that email like fools. We're going to take them over and make this a vampiric experience of us diverting what the expectation is. I don't know what to do here. I'm concerned about all the noise that we are about to make.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know where this address is that they're trying to get all the vampires to go. You know that it's on Solar Avenue,
Oh,
but you don't
Oh, I thought it
know.
was at the church.
yeah,
That was
same.
my bad.
It was on Solar Avenue, and as soon as it said Solar Avenue and it's all this rock music, and no, I was like immediately, this is a church thing. And if it's not, then I will eat my left toe.
Yeah, we can look up the address.
We can? Oh, we can. Why didn't...
I
Oh,
will
because...
tell you, you have succeeded in deleting Coolman 212 from this massive, huge list of like hundreds of vampires. Everybody else,
Such a cool man.
they have the accurate emails of like everybody in your coven.
Oh, wow. Then I'm going to let them know, like, we should at least... we have to send this message out, like, immediately.
Yeah.
The faster
Just
we
so
send
they
that
know, at least.
message... Should we just say, hold? We have new party adventures that are going to be more exciting. And as I say more exciting, just... we could say that we've decided to make it even bad. No, we can't make it loud. But
You get a text from the group chain. Can't wait to rage, man. And then you realize that it's George because I just used George's voice.
I
Can
say
we- can
either
we
we
not-
have... Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying like either we got to make it seem bigger and better, or divert.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we not just tell them it's a trap?
But what are we gonna say in response? We could. Are we good with that? It's a trap. Is that fine with everyone? People are dumb.
Yes, I
They're
think
dumb.
we should put that it is a trap, but also put the alternative address in there as well. Because if we tell them like just it's a trap, then it's like okay, so what now?
Also, I mean, I will say, like, because you asked that question of, like, how can I get them to not go to this
Yes.
thing?
best
Potentially the idea of it being dangerous is not necessarily going to scare them away. Because they probably, I mean, most of your friends, they love a good adventure. They, they love a bloodbath. So, probably the best thing to do is it's like a trap that will be so boring if they go to this version. Like, your party will be better.
Then I would say that. I would say that whole bit just very bluntly. Then I would not try to have flowery language and like make it pretty. This is a trap. It's going to be boring. The church is literally sending you the stupid message. Don't listen to it. This is the address. Come here at this time. Don't play games like that. This is much more important than some silly adventure in the woods.
Yes. As you are going to hit send, another pop-up email shows up in your inbox. And it says, make sure that you RSVP ASAP so that we can set your drinks aside. And there's like another button on there, like a bright red button that says RSVP.
Instantly, I click out of that box and add disrespectful trap to the beginning of this email.
Underneath of where it said drinks aside, it had like in parentheses, like blood and stuff.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow, they're
We're
not
gonna have
even trying
drinks?
anymore.
I could go for some blood though, thinking about it.
And as I send that email, I look to Echo. Echo, Echo,
Mm-hmm.
did you reply all in that chain?
Maybe.
Yes.
It like hits me as I see like the. Okay, we'll get back to that, and I just go back to like deleting the email and just like I think now I will suggest we look up that address to like see like the general location.
Yeah.
What if we just set it on fire? Then no one will go there.
That's what I was thinking actually. That's
Well,
You
No,
get so you
bonfire
immediately
evil.
start getting replies that are like, "Oh, but I already RSVP'd. I don't want to be a bad guest." But then
shit.
I mean, some people are like, "Oh, if it's going to be boring, obviously, I'm not going. But where should I go instead?" And so like you start getting like replies. Did you say where they should go instead? Okay.
I did.
So I'll be in your apartment. You know, so you get a couple messages that are like, "Of course, I was coming to your apartment anyway because I want to be where the cool kids are, not at prom."
Oh.
I wanna be
It's
where the
Raskolnikov.
cool people are.
Bartleby is like, "I don't want to be a bad guest. I don't know. I think I need to go anyway. I'll just stop by and leave after like 2 minutes."
You're disrespecting your soul in doing so, but have fun.
It's a text
I would-
message. It's an email. So you get this email that says, "I don't want to be a bad guest. So I'm
Mhm.
going to go for like 2 minutes and then I'll come to the cool party." Again, providing that my femur is all good.
here again. What does that
I
mean?
reply. I wouldn't want him to come. Then I would disrespect. I'd be like, "You're gonna go to this trap, and then you're gonna come to our party. Don't come. Don't do it. Don't double dip. Don't double dip."
It's liability.
You get some sad emojis.
And by
You're all crowded around this computer. Like,
Like the Brady Bunch.
if we like, I can once we figure out what this address actually is, I can stand outside and be a greeter, as it were. Trust me, they will not want to continue if I'm there.
oh,
Do you want to put yourself out like that? In front of the enemy.
I mean, I'd rather not. If we can figure out what this address is, if there's a way to do it a little bit more safely.
We could always just cause a fire and then leave.
This is true. Fireworks.
so
Yeah, what is this address?
it's a merry-go-round, like a park with like a centered around a merry-go-round.
Ominous.
Happy Halloween.
Back there since they been back there since they closed down the jungle gym after that that incident.
So do we set the merry-go-round on fire, or?
You're muted,
Yeah.
Lich.
I would because I would feel that would be the move, but I would also feel dumb as all of the seven hells if I took my energy to burning a merry-go-round. Whoever goes to this, I think they should just be ejected.
I will say, you do need like a certain number of vampires at your party in order to properly do the luck ritual. Like, you can't just like.
We invited people, and people are coming to us. We gotta divert them from the merry-go-round. We gotta convince them that the merry-go-round isn't the move.
So if we put a detour sign, perhaps, in front of the park, pointing towards
Our
party
party.
this way.
Oh, Striga, were you gonna say something?
Oh, the exact same thing. I was just saying party this way.
We're
Figure it
gonna
out.
Put out some balloons. Well, no, it's supposed to be secret. That's right. It's a secret.
Yes,
balloon.
yes, yes.
Yes, that won't do.
Oh,
um,
all right.
Why don't we just make it look really unappealing? Just like throw garlic everywhere. Have George put up a giant cross by the merry-go-round or something to ward off the vampires.
This is true. If we get George to put a cross in front, they would not advance.
I agree. I think that'd be neat, although it might entice them to go closer. But once they realize that they can't go to this event, they would be more inclined to come to ours.
you definitely get an email that's like, well, maybe if the other thing doesn't pan out, then I'll come to yours right at that moment.
Rude.
I snarl, but
And at the same, but you get like a variety of responses. You definitely get some people that are like, hell yeah, let's party like demons in 1999.
But I think that's the move. We find a way to deter them using the ways that we can physically get George to put down, and if we can find any other way of doing so, we do so.
Excellent. So, I will say, George is still out for the next, 5 hours trying to organize all of your party locations last minute. But you can't really do anything until sundown anyway, because you're vampires. You can't really leave the house anyway. So, we have our plan. We have our locations, of which there are many. But is there anything else you guys would like to try to do between now and sundown?
Make the place look decent. I think we should still just prepare for the bad part of people actually coming in and doing it. Yeah, we gotta actually decorate. Yeah. So I think we need to speed. We can super speed it, but I think that's one thing about just in case.
Everybody, go ahead and roll flat.
Just putting out some bland finger sandwiches, just Wonder Bread and cucumber slices. It's perfect.
I got a 6.
Okay, so that's a fail. We got a 3, we got a 1. So that's a success from both of you with a consequence.
Oh.
I have a 3 over my 2.
Okay.
I was never going to go well.
Oh, can I use my canned pasta to prepare here to give myself an extra die?
Absolutely.
I'm baffled by it. I'm sure it's a reference to something, but...
Oh, wasn't that in What We Do in the Shadows? They didn't know what to feed the humans, so they made them pasta, but it was cold and... No?
Oh,
and then they're like, now it's worms.
If it's in the... Oh, maybe. If it's in the movie, I have only seen the TV show, I haven't seen the movie. But that's another 2.
So you got 1 full success. We have a 1, which is a success. Did anybody roll their number? Okay, cool. So let's start with our success, and our success with slight consequences. I'll say that our success was setting up the tent. Because you guys said you were going to set up a tent in the street. So I'll say let's clear that. You are able to set up a couple of tents in the street with curtains in front of them. You walk out with a parasol and are just you hypnotize a few humans and tell them I want you to set that up. And where the flat comes from is that exactly, you've been to lots of office work parties. You know exactly their most mundane way to set it up and make it really, really unassuming. It looks like a neighborhood block party, the families are all doing a thing.
You are now my intern. No.
Or wait, were you gonna you wanted to do it on the street in the downstairs room and
crematorium?
In the crematorium, right?
Yes, spots that we could do like gatherings, and then one massive, which would probably be downstairs or the crematorium.
Yeah, so I think let's have the partial success be in the lobby. Actually, let's keep it in the flat. So the success is going to be at the crematorium, or the partial success is at the crematorium. You have a great time setting everything up. You know, have a lot of good signage and stuff like that. However, you do have a run-in with the head of the crematorium. It's a mom and pop shop. And the older woman that runs the crematorium, whose name is Gladys. Gladys is like, "Oh, honey, you know we close at 6 p.m. every night. And I don't know. I'm not sure I feel comfortable with you having a shindig in here after hours. I love the decorations, though. I just wish you'd move it up a bit."
Thanks, Jim. Well,
Wait,
see,
yours was a full
ahead.
success, my dude. This is for oh my.
Oh yeah, this is sorry.
Oh
sorry.
man! All right, so I'm in this moment right now, like
Yes.
with this. Ma'am, I'm so sorry that we're causing you so much stress. I know how stressful it could be working here, and I put a wave out there. Oh,
Yes,
Gladys,
it's
please.
always better having locals like you who love the place.
I do, and I thought it
It's
would
odd
be
how
such
much
a...
you love the place.
I love it a little bit, not like that, Gladys. Don't get it twisted. I
Oh.
just wanted to bring more business to you in the future by inviting people to see how great this place would be to set their loved ones to rest.
Oh, but nobody wants to go to a funeral in the middle of the night.
It's not
Emotions are
really-
always higher in the evening.
Yes, Gladys. Yes, they are. But we also have people coming from out of town that couldn't actually be here earlier, and they wanted to say, "Oh, we just nixed it in the bud and said that they would all be coming at a later time to accommodate for those that lived farther out. We didn't want to exclude anyone from being able to see your establishment."
All right. Well, I suppose as long as you're finished by midnight. And she just
Yes.
closes the door and heads out.
Gladys, wait.
Yes?
Would you like me to prepare you a plate?
Of what?
Food in the morning. You said that you were
Oh.
going to sleep at night, right?
I do sleep at night, yes.
Right.
Why are you... Is that unusual?
Gladys, you're missing the point here. Gladys, you want food in the morning?
Oh, is my boy. I'll eat anything you cook for me. As long as it's all the way cooked. I'll never forget that one time you gave me a
Oh, how
way
dare
too
you,
rare
Gladys.
steak. That was very funny.
Gladys, that was a pristine meal that people would pay hundreds for.
All right, whatever you say. I like my steak. Well done.
Well done. Yeah, I know the joke, Gladys.
It's easier on my gums.
Who's really the evil one here? Oh.
And with that, so the consequence of this is that Gladys will be back at midnight. So you'll have to end the party here by midnight or be caught by Gladys, the Undertaker. And
All right.
over in the lounge of of your apartment complex, we have our two failures, I believe. We got the 3 and the 6. So I think what happened, I mean, what are you guys trying to do in here?
Is this where the kids were, or was that on the thing?
Yeah, they're gone. Whatever happened with George got rid of them.
What if we were setting up the ritual components?
Oh no.
Yes. Yes, you do. You think you did it. Great job. You've done it. Very organized. Everything's in its place. Just in time for the sun to go down and you to head over to the merry-go-round and set everything up for success for the ritual. I don't know why I'm still talking like Gladys. Sorry. You think you did great. And there's no one else there to look. Just the two of you guys. Striga, you're like, wow, what a modern take on the classic ritual. Huh. Everything's in a very different place than you remember the last hundreds of times that you've been to this ritual. But you kind of like it.
I had a diagram, but it was upside down.
And so the group of you guys convene at the merry-go-round. As the sun has set, and UV rays are safely away. What are you guys wearing? What's your party gear? Oh, Jonathan wrote it down.
Oh, no, this is just like my, all the list of stuff we've done so far. Like, since we have a set of fancy period clothes, so not of this time, I feel like Ned is a fairly recent convert to vampiredom. So he's got like his fancy 90s clothes. Like that's what he's rocking right now. Just those
Incredible.
That bright, flashy, baggy 90s fashion. He's got some Jinkos, 100%.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
He's got his Jinkos and
a feather boa,
I'll
maybe?
keep his cursed jewelry a surprise. I mean, I love that idea. I feel like that is far too exciting for Ned.
All right, who else has their gear? What is everyone else's fancy, out-of-date clothing? Ooh, let's date ourselves. Let's age ourselves. Date yourself like date the wine or the cheese.
Striga is wearing some folk clothing from Romania, back when it was still called Wallachia.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like woven. It looks very traditional, and festive in the sense that not that the materials are that expensive, but that for the time it would have been expensive, and it's a lot more colorful than what she usually wears.
Amazing. Okay. So. Oh, that's cool. I'm a fan. Who's next?
I think Echo's just wearing something she found of Striga's that's really old and really witchy looking, but she tried to make it more modern. So maybe added a corset and some leather boots or some shit like that.
Cool. What time period do you think that you were turned during?
That I was?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the 60s.
Okay, cool.
This is fun.
I love that. All right. And Lich.
I think they would be from the medieval times, and they're just keeping it up just like this. But that's why they're so paranoid about everything, because they're just trying to live to the next state. So armor, this kind of armor where it's soft and it's not metal, because they know the times you wouldn't just do that.
Nice.
But on the back it says production assistant on the cape. So that way, even if he's seen, they'll just be oh.
Oh, I love it. So it's real period armor, but he has written production assistant. He's scratched, he's taken a tag and tagged it to look like it says production. That's amazing. Oh right, because it's a theater audition.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I think as Striga and Echo, as you guys are leaving the room to go convene at the merry-go-round to deter people from going in, you definitely, like, people are already starting to arrive. Like, there's, like, people have shown up. There's, like, they don't look familiar to you, but they are, like, dressed as vampires.
Are we talking like pale face paint and widow's peaks drawn onto their foreheads?
Yeah, some of them.
Oh.
But you do have a deadline. You have to get to the... Remember, there's about to be a bunch of vampires showing up at the merry-go-round. And George has just finished his making sure all the logistics are completed. He had to call, like, the city and, like, get a street reserved. So, it was a lot of business.
So we noticed these quote unquote vampires.
Yes.
We don't have any time to do anything about it.
You can do some. What do you want to do?
I'm wondering if like my passive, so to speak, vamp is high enough that I would be like, oh no, these are fake.
Oh yeah.
Vampires.
Oh yeah. If you like
Okay.
look at one, they're definitely fake. They're dressed as, I mean, because in your setting up of this room, you did make a giant sign that says vampire auditions.
Oh shit.
Because you failed your roll,
no.
and both of you
I totally
failed.
misinterpreted almost. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I would like sidle up to one of them, and like Striga is large in stature, and I think usually her hair is like unkempt, so it kind of contributes to her silhouette. Right now, her hair is in braids, so she looks a little bit smaller, but she's still imposing. And she walks up to one of them, just kind of staring them down and waiting for them to say anything.
It's a bunch of theater girls. They're all like medium height. They have brown hair. They have on these skater girl dresses in different colors. Like there's one that's wearing like a bright pink dress. There's another one that's wearing like kind of like a teal color, I would say. Like a light bluish green. And another one that is wearing bright red. And they're just like and then they start doing like just like little warm-ups, like but like very quiet. Like one of them pulls out a voice box, which is this thing that you can warm up into. And it blocks out all the sound. And so you just hear like but like muffled. Jonathan just pulled out a voice box.
It's like an acoustic thing, so you can hear yourself.
So no one
I've
can
used
hear
it
you.
once. It is not as good as you think.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hear that, but you're also muted, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I can actually. I did mute myself, but
It makes you sound like this, so it is actually not as helpful as advertised.
It's
I almost feel like
actually
you're
more
louder with it.
embarrassing.
Yeah, that was. Oh.
it is about
yeah,
as helpful
so-
as putting your hand over your mouth as far as reducing volume.
Oh, is that the intent, to be quieter? That's
Yeah, it's like supposed to be able to like, warm up and sing and stuff without being like too loud and obnoxious, but again, about as effective as putting your hand over your mouth. So somewhat effective.
One of them is like, oh, I see you got the email that we were supposed to come in costume. And she shows you an email on her phone from Cool Guy 212 that says vampire auditions and has your goddamn address on it.
Oh, okay. Am I getting the sense that they are? So initially, I thought they were affiliated with the Lythandrian church. Are they just randos that showed up because they thought?
You know what? Go ahead and make a roll, like a vamp roll, to detect light magic.
I think you were muted.
Oh, I was. Yeah, that's 3 over my 2. And
Awesome.
I don't believe I would be prepped. I don't think
If
I
you
really
think
have
that
anything.
your type of character would be able to do anything, or your Luddite, probably not. But if you think you have any
Yeah, I don't
objects
think
or
so.
anything like that, I don't know what your cursed item is, but
I didn't really decide. Yeah, I think probably not. I think that's fine.
okay, cool. So you do succeed. You get there. You notice behind them there is one blonde girl in this group of brunettes. She has long golden hair and she's wearing a yellow dress. It does not look good on her. She is way too pale for it. But she is and when you do your like sense, you definitely get like a magic like a light magic vibe off of her.
Okay. Yeah, so Striga will be, after having surveyed them a bit, Striga will be like, you're not vampires. I will show you a vampire. No.
Oh no.
Is anybody else around?
I mean, Echo's there.
Passers-by? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna, Striga,
Echo
like,
is
reverts to
there.
her, okay. Yeah, Echo seeing this is totally fine. So Striga reverts to her to her like monstrous form.
Oh.
She gets a little bit bigger, a little bit more vascular. Her fangs like extend all over her teeth, get sharper. She looks a little bit like greener. Oddly enough, she has like a plant-like quality to her, and she just like tries to scare these kids away. Or
All
these
of them?
youths.
All of the auditionees? There's probably
Not
like
all of them.
oh, just these 4.
Oh, all of them that are clearly not vampires. Like I'm trying to weed out the anyone who is not
Yeah,
legit in
I
terms
think that's another roll. I gotta have you make another roll. This definitely does give you a dice from your character type.
Okay. Uh, I'm just wondering if anything, or I'm looking at the other stuff that I have.
Oh my
Could
God.
my could my cursed item be like a thaumaturgical, like it enhances like situations like these, like
Ooh,
in
like
the way that
sounds?
thaumaturgy does. Exactly.
Like it makes
Yeah.
like a striking of lightning in the lobby of your apartment complex. I just want to remind you.
Sure. If it gives me an extra die, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So
Okay, so I'm
lightning
at 3, is that
strikes
right?
down in the middle of the
It's
apartment.
just a sound, right? Not
Oh,
like
okay,
actual
just the
lightning.
sound. You don't want a
Okay.
fake lightning bolt?
I mean, I'm okay with anything. That is.
Luckily, we have soundproof walls, so we're good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works for me. If my math is right, I'm at 3
Yeah,
dice.
that's correct. So the complex, the entire complex has soundproof walls. Nicely done. Nicely remembered.
Okay, 3 over my 2, 4 over my 2, and another 4 over my 2. So 3
All right, that
successes.
is 3 successes. That's a critical success. I'm going to let you take some narrative control there.
Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You
Striga
even
does
scare the Lathander follower out of here too.
Excellent. Yeah, that's ideal.
And everybody,
yeah, so
all of these women were pretending to be vampire. Like none of them are real.
okay.
Oh.
So all the pretenders are gone.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's.
I'll
That's
say,
the
you know
move.
what? I'll
Except
say
for the one?
I'll say they're like maybe like cuz the party, I mean, as they're all being scared away, I'll say like a couple of actual vampires walk up and are like, "Oh, I'll say Raskolnikov, who you recognized from the initial email chain. He comes up. He's shorter, pale. I mean, he looks like a vampire. He's got graying hair and and red eyes, and he's walking kind of like slow and casual. He's got like on like suspenders and dress pants and like saddle shoes, and he's like, oh, excellent. I'm thrilled to be here, of course.
Just weeding out the. Okay.
Oh, fakes. I hate those.
Phonies, pretenders.
How embarrassing
Don't we
for
all?
them. Well,
To
I'd
not be
best take
vampires,
my
yes,
space in the
I
ritual
agree.
circle. Oh, you've set it up differently this year. How modern. And he goes inside, followed by he has like a posse of just like young beautiful people of all different genders that come with him to the all events.
Sick.
Like Raskolnikov and his entourage. That's their name, entourage. Like that's the name of this vamp gang.
Sorry.
And so the group of you guys are gonna meet up at the fair, or at the not the Ferris wheel, at the merry-go-round.
Oh yeah.
So you meet up with George, who looks sweaty. He's been running around a lot today. And I'll say each of you guys, as you're leaving your respective places, some people are starting to show up. But again, like it's not quite the numbers that you need. And so you guys show up, and there are already some people stationed here. There are two. You actually, Striga, you recognize the girl from the freaking auditions.
Ah.
In the lemon yellow dress, chillin' by one of the entrances to the park. And she's got like plastic vampire fangs on. And then there's also a, let's see, there's like a priest type of person, like a cultist priest. Like a cultist priest. Definitely not a regular priest. Definitely like a cultist priest. Like a vampire priest. Wearing like a cloistered robe with like one of those little like reverend collars, but then also has vampire fangs and some blood on his face. What do you guys do? As you guys convene like in the alley right next to the or across the street from the merry-go-round.
I think first I would Striga would relay to the Ned and Amoy. I recognize the one with the flaxen hair. She has the stink of Lythander on her. The priest, I don't know.
Oh, well, if they're hanging out, do we think we have a double agent sort of scenario here?
I think so.
That would explain how they got all of our numbers and email addresses. I was definitely very concerned about that.
I was too, but I looked through the emails before it sent the real address. So that means someone in the group is a telltale.
Exactly. I think this cool guy, has Lathander written all over it, but we've got, I think, one other mole, and I think we may be looking at them. Potentially.
I don't. Maybe the first person who responded who said that they were going.
Could be. Let's see.
Because in that case, if we did have a mole, they would probably want to state that this place was popping.
Oh,
could
yes.
be
So
so.
the first person to respond to the the text message thread, is that what you're looking for? Like the text message
Yes.
thread?
Mm-hmm.
Is an unknown number because it's a phone.
What? We have.
The email thread.
Oh, you can't access that on your flip phones, guys.
Okay.
I
Let's go
thought you
back
were
to the
talking
flop.
about
I was
the.
about to say, Striga, I want to be like, oh, we take a walk, a speedy walk, a jet walk. Back to that apartment, look up that number. Whoever responded first, be like, oh, you want to play these games?
I mean, you could always call the number.
Oh.
If
This is
we
true.
wanted to call, I would say Echo. We need to use your phone because you're already compromised. I mean, if you're going to be taking notes.
It's a fair point.
And act like you're lost and say who are we supposed to meet.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That is pretty good.
The phone number that we got the invitation from in the first place, though, that's also unknown.
It's actually
cool,
just
kid.
the email. So you can send an email. You can send text messages from an email.
Oh.
So it's all this weird chainmail thing.
Vampires be
Oh, right. And then at the bottom it says you must forward this to 10 other vampires or else. Yeah. Ugh.
It definitely does say that. I'm gonna retcon that. All of these emails have said
Oh
like
my
you must forward
gosh.
this to 10 other vampires or you will not get any blood tonight.
rough.
I think instead, what if Echo just goes to the priest and tries to talk
to him. Oh.
No, Echo. If you
That's reckless.
suggest that out loud, I would once again almost do the Omoy shake. Just like, don't do it.
No, I think she just goes, I got this, don't worry. And then
Echo, I swear.
All right.
I mean, I'm fairly worried, but okay.
Okay, so the priest, getting closer to him, you can see he's got curly brown hair, a little bit of scruff.
Oh no, he's hot.
He's pretty tall. He looks down at you and he goes, "Well, hey there. How can I help you today?"
Oh shit.
Oh my god. I would have the darkest, deadest stare looking at that moment from the back, just like, you really did.
You see through the void pan into. How can I help you this evening?
She's so stupid. Okay, she should be like, so, Pastor.
What?
Is everything going to plan?
Oh no.
Okay, so I think
Sorry.
I think this would be a flat roll for adulting. That's one of the things it says you can do with flat. Adulting.
Is the plan going according to plan?
Alright, here we go.
Plan is going accordingly.
I got a 5.
Excellent. Yes, I am Vampire Jack Human. You may know me from the email threads. I've been very excited about our celebration tonight. And everything is going according to plan.
Well, I forgot to attend one of the meetings. What is the next step, the plan, now that everyone's here?
Now, I have a question. Are you trying to behave as a non-vampire to get him to tell you the deeper plan? Or are you just trying to get him to tell you, like, the party plan?
I'm trying to understand what they are planning, the non-vampires.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm so glad that we have so many moles among your people. Because we have managed to get several positive RSVPs. We believe that should we acquire those of your kind that are more agreeable to our celebrations, they will surround the merry-go-round in their attempt at creating a ritual, thereby destroying Unholy Masquerade and giving bad luck to all vampires for the next 14 years. Wait a second. You're not one of my informants. Because you did only get one success.
Yes, she is.
You don't look like you. I thought. Hold on. I thought. I thought you were Edna. Wait a second.
Stop.
What are you doing here?
Oh no, yeah, Edna, she told me about this, and so I was really interested, and I
Well,
just wanted.
I'll just I'll have to double check, make sure everything is going smoothly. I'm sure you understand. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in planning a night like this one. He pulls out his smartphone and starts scrolling through. He has a lot of emails on his phone. Interesting. Did you RSVP? What's your name?
I think at this point, Echo panics a little bit, and
This point.
she pretends she sees somebody she knows from way off. And she just goes, "Oh my god, sorry.
What was your name again?
My friend Gladys is here, and
Gladys.
as she's trying to leave, yeah, she's a goner. As she's trying to hurriedly rush by, she bumps into him, knocking the phone down.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll for using your super strength. Fangs. This is physical prowess. Do you have any buffs to this for any reason?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
But I got a 2.
Okay. Again, that is a success in which there is a complication. You knock his phone out of his hand, onto the ground, and you manage to get away, just by the seat of your pants. But the reason that you managed to get away is because another person comes up to sign into the party. You turn around and you see Bartleby. About to walk into the party. And all of you...
Is he on crutches?
No, but his head's wait, what's a femur? Hold on, guys, what's a femur? It's a leg bone, right?
Thigh bone.
It's a thigh bone. It's a thigh bone. Okay, so, I stand by what I said. His head is... He's not so good with anatomy.
That's true.
His head is in a neck brace. He's wearing a neck brace. He's already weakened. His power will be taken by this ritual. That's the consequence. Unless you want to leave it like that. Unless you don't want to leave it like that. But you do make it back to the rest of the group.
Okay, we'll do that. That's fine.
I do like the implication that vampires store all their power in their neck. Or like some portion of it. Also that he thinks it's called a femur. And he said that multiple times. It's really great.
When Echo comes back to the group, she's like so pissed off. She's like, I can't believe Bartleby said his femur was broken. He's such a liar. Totally unaware.
What are you talking about? Did you find out what we were looking for? Echo, did you remember what you were going over there for?
Oh yeah. So they're planning on having a ritual here around the merry-go-round to something about giving vampires bad luck for 14 years. I don't know.
Oh, so they're trying to counteract the ritual. Yes, that will be a little bit not great.
I also said there was a bunch of moles, not just one.
But what?
Oh.
And I don't know why they'd want to give themselves bad luck. That makes no sense.
That's a good point.
Chain
When do they promise
email.
me a return?
How do you know that they're moles?
Because he said moles.
Who? Did he give anybody's name? The whole point of us calling was to hear the voice of the person who would answer the phone.
Well, he had a lot of emails, and he said Edna was a mole, or some chick, Edna.
Edna?
I don't know.
Do I know Edna? Is it?
Yes,
is that
you
like
all
the
know
person?
Edna. She's a up-and-coming celebrity vampire.
Edna.
Oh, yeah, so we hate her. Well, I hate her.
Okay. All right. I put too much of my energy and soul into this night for it to have it being run over, and I point over at the merry-go-round by that. So I'm about to get violent. Or we can just make our event better. Because if they already know where we are, and we're already at the point where they're coming, either we get violent before it gets too hype over there, or we just make sure our event is better. And stomp Adna later on.
Yes. I do have an idea, at least to get our venue bumping as far as the music goes, but I think, yes, at least one step there.
I think that would add to the audition atmosphere, so I'm down for that. And I also need to cook something for Gladys.
Gladys
She likes to
sends you a
barbecue,
message.
by the way.
I got this weird email.
Oh no! I would just click out.
She
and go
already
to sleep.
responded.
Somebody
It's
did
too late.
drop Gladys's name.
Oh.
I would leave it on red for a minute. I wouldn't just reply back as soon as I see that. So we do need to get our event in place. I'm not sure if we need to put anything else here to say like this is lame because it feels as though it is.
What? I
And-
can go around and say it's lame.
Yeah. You can explain it to them if they have that serious of a question. Say that they're gathering around, what are they, the merry-go-round?
Mm-hmm.
That's the high point of the night for this.
One merry-go-round.
I will say you get the sense like maybe some people have been giving them information and some people know some of the emails and have been like giving it in like a brainwashed kind of way, like in like a, oh, I want to invite all my friends. Here, have this email. Here, have this email list. But definitely like Bartleby's like not, he looks pretty innocent in all of this. He's just going to the party to apparently get bad luck for 14 years. But he doesn't know about that. not everybody that's going knows about that, right? So,
Like they just think they're party hopping.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then in that case, I also think it would be a note to send that in a further email just as an update. Update. By the way, if you go to this thing.
You don't have a
This is-
computer right now. You have a phone.
No, when we get back to the place, because we got to get back to the place at some point.
Oh, your party has started, guys.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, it's like
Oh.
7 p.m.
Oh.
People
I
start.
thought we were just. Oh.
Oh, Raskolnikov has arrived at the perfectly
I
set up
don't know
ritual
that.
chamber.
Right. I
Oh, right.
I
You
don't
guys
know
don't know that.
Yes.
Unless it's been
yeah.
shared with you.
No.
Yeah, I didn't share that. I forgot to, out of character.
I mean, we
I
could
just
just
told
say
them
that you
about
did.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yes, you guys know the party has started. And probably as you guys were leaving your spots, like, people started to show up there, too.
So our only option at this point is to make this look worse, or shut it down. Like we can't
Yes,
really
if you-
make our party look any.
You all can perhaps try and detract and shut this down. I can run the music out by the tent to help draw people in as they turn away from all of this. Yes.
Echo, did they attack you once they thought you were part of it or knew you were a vampire in this case?
No, I don't know. I think she just says no. He didn't seem too surprised that I was a vampire. He was just a little suspicious.
Okay, do we want to spend time here more than we need to?
I say we just light it on fire and leave.
I thought you read my mind, Echo. You really did.
Right.
I
I was wondering, did you want me to do something with this garlic that you... and
yes,
this
still
cross?
place that around.
Go
Yes,
throw
we
it
were
at
gonna be-
vampires.
Yeah.
Go throw it at
No.
vampires?
No.
Throw
Throw
it
it at
around,
'em.
around the merry-go-round. Yeah.
Oh,
But then
at the
sneakily, because if
vampires?
they-
Or
No.
just... I'm
We
sorry,
don't want
slow
the
words, one
enemy
word
to
at a
see it.
time.
the enemy shouldn't see you throwing the repellent around because they will pick up the repellent and get
Oh,
rid of it.
That's
excellent.
true.
So you're going
Okay.
to make a perimeter
Right.
around this area that they
Yeah.
can't Easter egg hunting.
That makes a hell of a lot of sense.
There we go. We're gonna Easter egg perimeter.
Radical, man. I love
that
it.
merry-go-round. But first we need to tell Barnaby that we're doing that.
Barnaby, right. Who's Barnaby?
Not you. You aren't gonna do it. You aren't gonna do it. Echo, since you are already here and they have already seen your face and you're already being sussed, can you go back real quick? Tell Barnaby that he's about to be locked in if he doesn't leave. And also say if he sees anyone else to let them know the plan of the unlucking.
Yeah, sure, whatever. That's cool. I can do that.
I can go talk to him, whatever, if you want me to.
Not committal.
Right, should I talk to anyone?
No, you shouldn't. Don't you dare. You keep your mouth shut and put them garlic eggs where you need to put them. Don't you get into this, George. You
Okay.
This ain't. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Let's have you roll a psychic control Fang roll for George, just to see in general how he does.
Just one roll, right? Yeah.
What's your ability as the Jiangshi? What's like your special ability?
Technique. So I'm saying how he should put the perimeter down.
Yeah,
I'm
I
literally
like
doing
that.
like that bit.
Like a recipe. Yeah.
Yes.
I like
I'm
that.
like, this is how you put down the garlic to
It is
effectively
food.
trap it. Yes. Oh wow. So what do? I do one roll. I got a 4.
And you get to
And
roll
then what?
another die.
I got a 6.
Okay. So you wanted to roll below, but you did get one success. And it was a flat Fang, so you get to ask one of the questions.
What does the 6 do though?
The 6 is just a... Oh wait, you wanted to roll above. So that's 2 successes.
I don't get the game. but I will say whatever you say is right. I will take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah, because you were doing fangs. So you got a 4 and a 6. That's both above your number. That's 2 successes. And then you get special insight into the situation.
Okay, so I want to be able to explain this to him as directly as possible, that he's the most efficient in putting down this barrier, and we can also allow there to be an easy exit path for the vampires who are already there to leave the exit circle before it's sealed in with the garlic egg circle.
Okay, so you, what's your question?
I'm saying, how do I explain that to Echo in order to tell Echo to tell them, you got to go this way. This is what you do. This
I
is
gotta say, asking me how you can explain something well, I don't know the right words to tell you.
I'm gonna ask, what is the fastest way of getting them out of this area?
Great question. There is a secret teleportation circle under the merry-go-round. Like in the middle of the merry-go-round, that when activated using a special chant of your choosing will teleport only vampires. Because
by force?
It will teleport the vampires into your apartment. Because and I'll tell you why. You used to come here a lot as a kid.
That's sweet. That's cute. So I would say, Echo, I want you to get all the vampires together and do the bit. And while you're doing the bit, George is going to do this. So your goal is to get everyone in that circle. They don't really know about the circle yet, but then do the bit. Surprise. Does that sound like the plan?
Sounds good.
You want me to go with you?
No, I got this.
Okay. All right.
So you did also get a success, 2 successes, so you do well with George. George is like, I understand perfectly. There's nothing could possibly go wrong. And he means it.
I just.
And he just goes over, he says, I'll be right back. But actually, no, I won't, because I have to wait until all the vamps are safe. Am I right?
You start now. No, George. You start now, and we are preparing. George, you had one job to listen.
He does what you want him to do.
All right. I was saying he's doing the bit,
You two
but then
stay.
Yeah, I'm just saying you do this circle like this, and by the time you see them disappear, you do these 2. Okay.
Okay. He's got it. He's got it down.
All right.
I've got it. You know, when I was in,
George, we don't want this. No, George, we don't want this. Stop.
Damn, I was about to tell you about the time I almost got bit by a shark, but I guess you don't want to know. Peace out, motherfuckers.
I don't. Maybe later time. Well, if he's driving them away with garlic, I know just the way to, bring them our way. I know you've got the teleportation, but you can help sort of.
It will bring them to your apartment, which is still a mess, and not where the party is actually
our
happening.
Apartment is good.
Our
apartment's good.
Yeah, we cleaned it up.
Parts are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The living room, the common
So
room.
the cellar, the
Right. You're right.
But as people are milling around, because we're still trying to draw them towards us and away from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will go over to the tent. If I'm thinking it's because I asked for this earlier. There's a microphone hooked up to 1 or 2 of those itty bitty baby speakers.
Oh no.
Or it's just doing the best I can. I'm assuming we don't have a big fan. I did have a good success in the tent. How
you can have a nice set of speakers.
How loud of a sound system?
You can have a nice set of speakers. You used to work at a tech company. Maybe you still do.
Perfect.
Who knows where you go during the day?
Yes, the employment situation is a little bit hazy ever since I was on this job with Striga here. But I will go over, pick up the microphone, and
Yes, hello, everybody. I hope everyone is having a good time. Wanted to sort of kick this off with a bang. So, let's do this. And I will pull out my cursed jewelry,
Oh no.
which, since I'm from the 90s, is going to be a hit clip player. Um, and I pull that out and jam in that hit clip as you hear, with that sweet, sweet lo-fi mono sound over this sound system. Everybody.
Oh my god.
All right, so now's the part where you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a flat roll. I'm gonna need a flat roll.
Only 90 seconds long.
With disadvantage. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
are
do
using
have
your
to
object,
clip
so
in
you
another
definitely
one
get
before it
an
gets to the-
additional. You definitely get an additional die for your object. For the never-ending hit clip.
Oh yeah, that's the curse. Is that it is
Curse.
never ending, and that everyone is forced to respond with the yeah.
Yeah. So there are some like
Uh,
passerbys on the you see some people coming and going that are just humans, and they go, yeah, and then just like
Yes,
keep
that's right.
walking.
You've got it. Yes.
Yeah.
2020.
So we've got one regular, one for the item. I feel like this is feels fairly prepared. I think.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's a 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 1.
Wow.
And a 4. So that is 3
Nice.
successes, one of which is my score.
Wow.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Do you want to ask a question? That's a critical success. The music not only blares through this speaker, but also in the other 2 locations somehow. So all throughout the entire intersection of Solar Avenue and Moon Court, everybody's just like, yeah. And actually, that includes,
ridiculous.
because
I
it's
love
a
it.
critical success, that actually includes the 2 acolytes, the 2 Lathander, because they're human. So they both are also cursed to dance slowly and say, yeah. Like, dance like middle schoolers and say, yeah, every couple minutes.
No. Oh
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
I
yep,
look in the distance.
sounds about
just in
right.
shock.
So that's what happens. Who's next?
Yeah. Okay, for my question.
Oh, yeah,
can
go
I
ahead.
Ooh. I like this question, but I'm not sure if that would make sense to learn that from this particular scenario. So let's go with, what should I be on the lookout for?
Ooh.
Because I feel like who's behind this is that seems a bit would not know from this.
Yeah.
Environment.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so there are so there's the humans that are hypnotized dancing because of the cursed hit clip. And then there's the vampires that are like legit dancing because they're like here for a good time and there's some dope ass music to them because they're also ancient.
Stop.
Yeah, so and then there's like maybe like a couple of people that aren't dancing in the tent.
Ooh.
There's a group,
I don't like that.
Edna and her Ednites.
Nice.
Edna and the Ednites, who are a band. So
The Edheads.
the Edhead. Oh no. Edna and the Ednites.
I like that.
Edna and the Ednites, who are like kind of like think like there's 3 of them. Think maybe
Hex
like
Girls.
Destiny's Child,
Hex-girls,
but
yeah.
vampires.
The Hex Girl.
Love that. Hex girls. There's that.
Yeah.
There's that throwback that we've been looking for.
And they're there. And they're
Yeah.
there just like
Yep.
they've got like they're like looking at their nails and not even bobbing their heads.
Edna was supposed to be at the other party.
And then you see like
Oh,
one of
shit.
them like grab one of the people that's dancing like by the arm and like pull them into their circle and they start whispering.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't.
Meanwhile, at the merry-go-round.
Is our task complete? Are we doing the bit?
Are you guys gonna you know what, maybe we should actually come back to this. What is Striga doing while they're burning down the merry-go-round?
I don't know. I feel like she would be most useful at the merry-go-round. But then that also seems like it's kind of handled. I'm not sure. I can leave it open to the group if there's anyone that needs help.
Oh, I would actually ask Striga to help me deal with Edna once we get this situation.
Sure, yeah.
This would
I
be
mean,
the one time
activating the
that
portal will require magic. And I'll tell you what, Lich, Voidalpan, Lich Voidalpan, you have had mixed success activating this portal in the past, and sometimes when it goes badly, you go other places.
Oh, that would be bad.
Then in that case, I would remember this as I'm watching George go around and then watching the silhouette of Echo head towards the party. And I would say, Strika, we might want to go and just make sure this goes right.
I can't touch garlic.
No, not Striga. Striga.
Please clarify.
Striga, I'm talking about the circle part, not the garlic.
Oh, with the portal, the old
Yes,
magic.
yes. And if we go somewhere different, then at least we can all be there together and deal with it versus separate and not deal with it. I've done it a number of times in the past. And besides, I will personally make it my objective to make sure everyone has a good time by the end of this night.
Yeah.
At least I can.
I mean, let me be clear. You're not gonna like get sent to like another dimension. One time you wound up in your neighbor's bathtub. There was that time that like you were in the attic of the entire place. One time you were on the roof. It's always in the apartment complex, but it's not always the right room.
And that's why I want to do it as a group, so that way we don't lose a member.
Yeah.
And like we're just like, oh, wait, I'm like, if it's all gonna be bad, let's just make it all in a group. That way we all are in that situation. We don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Don't split the party.
So, let's see. So we have the group of you guys are kind of orienting when you see Destiny's Child, aka Edna and Edna, coming out from the tent, and they've gathered actually like a few people away from the dance party and are like starting to like pull them toward the merry-go-round.
Cool. We have that garlic circle starting to be set. So I'm just ready. I'm looking at them, giving them the stink eye, but also I'm looking at George to see where they are in the circle situation. Because as soon as they get to that point where I think it would be safe for us to do this bit, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to do it, but like, there are vampires in there. It's not done yet.
Oh, so there's
you know what I mean? Like, he can't just like throw garlic everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. So I would then ask Striga to help me deal with this. The Ednite situation.
Just to deter them from getting there and then posing a threat to George.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that would be if what I envision is like we're in the alleyway, kind of like adjacent. Like we see the situation, we see the George, we see the Echo, and like the right, and then on the left we see them kind of approaching, and that's when I'm like,
You get a text message from Ned that's like, Edna's bad. Edna's don't like my music.
I opened
Edna
my cheese bone.
Resisted hit clip.
Oh,
danger. Period.
That's not
Love Ned. Period.
That's not everybody. Striga, can we? That
Oh
rough.
no! Oh no!
It says it right there. Everybody.
But that's not everybody. I'm gonna say that we might want to deal with this, and I will walk with that. Shriga, are you up for this?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think this is where me and Striga would approach that like real forefront esque. Like, no, that.
As you approach, the Ednas are like signing in with Jack Human,
Is it like a clipboard?
the cultist. No, it's all virtual. He's got it on his phone.
Can I take his phone and just chuck it like somewhere, just into the distance?
Whoa, ma'am. Yeah, go ahead. Try to make a Fangs roll.
That would be
That
so
is-
depressing in this day and age.
If you would like
only-
to,
yeah.
if you have any type of buffs that you can think of. I mean, this would fall under Luddite, like not understanding technology, just grabbing the phone and throwing it. So you could add a dice for that.
Okay, that's good because I rolled a 1. Oh, okay, 5 over my 2.
Okay, so that's a success with consequences. He goes, yeah, wait, hold on. Now, don't, and you throw the phone, and he goes, now, that wasn't very nice, now, was it? I'm gonna have to ask you to step aside and let these lovely ladies come into my, cult ritual. And his face, like, twitches as he says it, like, it's very unnatural.
Oh.
You will. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I just said, oh, you're good to go, Striga. I'm just watching this exchange as of the current moment.
You will cease talking. You, Edna, you are a disgrace. You will cease all of this shenaniganry, and you will go back to our party and dance. You will not resist the hit clip. You will not
Striga.
resist. Dancing.
Striga.
Oh, you're talking to the Ed Knights?
I talked
Yes.
to Hugh first, just to tell him to stop talking.
You mean
and then I
huge?
talked to Edna. Yes, huge.
Oh,
Ackman first. And then I talked to Edna, and I guess the Ed Knights as well, just as a group.
Now, ladies. I
Oh
believe
no, you don't talk. You don't talk. You stop.
I have a voice and I prefer to use it.
Oh, you have a voice. I begin to get out the pan. So say that one more time. You got a what?
I too own cooking implements, and
Oh,
I
you
prefer the power of the word of.
do. Can I
my
attempt
cult.
to use magic right now? Can I attempt to do magic right
You
now?
absolutely can. Are you trying
I'm
to steal
putting-
his voice? Are you pulling an Ursula?
I'm pulling his voice into the void.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you are using your cursed item, so you get
Yes.
an extra die. This is a Fangs roll.
I got a 2. I don't know if that's good or bad. I have a 4 stat.
So you want to get 2. You roll 2 die.
Okay. I got a 2 the first time. And a 3.
Okay, so that's a fail.
Yeah.
So you try to pull his. We see like the image of like, and then he's like, he like sucks it back in. He's a pastor. Come on, you can't take the voice of a man of the dead,
what?
God,
Oh.
person that I am.
Oh, can't take a word. Oh, you're right.
I didn't say
So-
anything.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, but you knew. And I just want to make that so obvious in this moment that every vampire in the area should be able to make plain, just plain.
The Ed Knights already knew.
The people who are innocent.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely catches a few glances. There was a couple people in line behind the Ed Knights that are like, oh, bye. Now, I believe I still have enough. And he counts, and there's maybe like 10 or... It's not a very popular party. um, 10 people in there. I think I just need my lovely guests here, and we can begin our cultist abominative.
Okay, all right, Striga, I am not usually one for violence. I was just trying to take his voice out. I
I
look.
usually am.
Wait,
no,
what did you just
Striga.
say?
I said I'm usually not the one for violence, and I am trying not to be Striga here and trying to just beat him up. But I will say to the Edna, and I think at this point we would be ignoring the pastor. I just think in my heart and speak to the vampires, and I would just try to say to them, "Look, this is obviously a sham. Ednites, I don't know what thing you're doing here, but this thing, do it on your own terms. We are trying to honor the ritual that has been in place for so long, beyond your time. And here you are trying to be the fresh kid on the block when you're already undead. Stop."
So I
All
know
right.
Striga had also tried to convince. Were you doing that in like a hypnosis kind of way, or in like a just like have a real talk with them?
Hypnosis. I'm done. Like I'm done with it trying to be cool. I just want them to leave. And if this doesn't work, I would try to activate the circle and just be like, "All right, we tried."
Okay.
That's my intent.
Yeah. So I did want to kind of spotlight on Striga for a minute because
Oh,
she had kind of been talking to them first. I wanted to follow up with that action.
in terms of the like normal talk or hypnotic
Yeah,
talk.
like whether
kind of
you were
thing?
trying to talk to them or
Oh, I think initially I was
command,
just
because you
talking to
do
them.
have a commanding vampire presence. You have been around probably longer than even these guys. So
Okay, yeah, then surely, yeah, like an enthralling kind of deal, yeah.
yeah. So that would be a Fangs.
Is that one die?
I don't
I don't know
know.
if any of the
Do you have any
archetypes
special kind
particularly.
of thing or object?
Oh, I could use my cursed accessory again, the like
Ooh.
thaumaturgical deal.
Yeah.
So it's 2 dice. One under my 2, and 2. So 1 success, flats and fangs,
Yeah.
or flat fangs.
Okay, so I think you succeed in convincing them to go away. But and you're like, go, in a very commanding way. And the 3 Ednites are like, whoa, yeah, sorry, Mom. I mean, Striga.
Stop.
And they kind of retreat back toward the crematorium, which is the party they wanted to go to. Because you guys have a party in 3 places. Yeah, that's what we did. That's the choice that you made. And
We split the party.
Bring them all back together.
but when you turn around, you hear, oh, well, that's enough. And when you turn around, the Jack Human has lowered his hood, and it is huge Jackman. What? And he says, "You may not have known this, but I am a clergyman of Lathander. And I
Amelia,
banish
it's
you
not-
from this place."
Amelia, it's not Jack Human at
Oh,
all.
stop, Striga.
it's
No,
huge Jackman.
no, Striga, no.
He's engaged in subterfuge. and
Striga,
still
no,
does stuff.
stop. Striga, please.
But you're
This
not
hurts.
fooled as well.
You're hurting me more than that, and I'm pulling over to Hugh.
And he has a thing, he's holding a thing now, and it's like a big, tall, gold scepter with like a sun on the end of it, and it has a little like, glowing, sphere. Right now it's not glowing, and he says, "You get into my circle, or I turn on the sun."
Yes.
Oh, really? You're gonna go do that
Yes.
ritual?
So I just want to say before we start, thank you so much for being the voice of the Lord that you are. And I say, everyone, please just get together so we can hear this man's words. Just right here in this spot, right here.
And okay, last moment, as everybody's starting to gather around, Echo, you notice Bartleby is kind of like got really distracted by a little beetle on the ground.
Oh.
And isn't in the circle.
It would be precious if it were not so problematic.
Is it problematic? Wait. Did I
Or
just
not
say something
problematic,
offensive?
Like, no. Like,
Oh, okay.
problematic in the sense of like it's an issue for our situation.
Gotcha. Just making sure. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No, you're good.
So he sees a beetle and he's like, "Whoa, look at this. Hey, Echo. Oh, look, I found this beetle."
Sad. Can she exit the circle and kind of like pull him in, but also like fall out of it, if that makes sense?
Fall out of the circle?
Yeah.
Oh, like replace him in the circle?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try to just get him to join the circle without doing
I
that.
see you do some BS like that in the back. I'm like, Echo.
It is reckless.
Yeah. I mean, sure, go for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you do that, like, automatic success.
Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna have
But
to roll
he's
for,
about
I'm
to,
gonna
like,
try this.
turn on the sun in this area. He's
Yeah.
about to, like, stomp his scepter on the ground, and then everyone's gonna disappear, and then he's gonna fill the whole merry-go-round with sun.
Can Striga try to pull Echo in after Echo swaps places with Bartleby?
Yeah, that would be, Flats. And you're the... No, that would be Fangs. I'm sorry, that'd be Fangs.
Would it be
Because
Fangs?
that's a strength
Okay.
thing. And you're the mom. You're the mom friend. I think that gives you an extra dice.
Am I?
Aw.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask if I was prepared. I don't think I have anything else either. Okay.
I think everyone is prepared for Echo to do something reckless.
that seems fair. So I have 1 success, so 6 over my 2, and then a 2, so a success with flattened things.
I like it.
Nice. 2 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just in time, I'll say, you know what? The portal starts moving, and just as all of you start... What's the magic word, first of all, Oh my? Real quick. Just tell me.
The chicken is cold.
The chicken is cold. Everybody chants together in perfect symphony. Bartleby's distracted by a bug. Echo grabs him by the shoulders and thrusts him back into the circle. And then Echo starts to fall backwards. And then Striga reaches out with one arm. And then everybody gets pulled together. And you guys appear right in front of the building. As in the distance you see a huge explosion of sun. Where you had just been. Good thing George isn't a vampire.
Yeah.
Because George is not with you.
Oh, good. You're back.
That was too much. That
I
was
say
too
from the
much.
tent.
And the Ed Knights are the Ed Knights have come back, or the Ed Knights are at their party. Let's get a panel of everybody, or like a pan of like what everybody's doing at this party now that it's poppin'.
Making dinner for Gladys.
So we get a couple of images of Oh my making dinner while everybody else is partying in the crematorium. Midnight hits and you shoo everybody out of that place and they head over to the tent, making it even more crowded. And you give Gladys her dinner and she is very pleased. And what's everybody else doing in the tent when we pan back over to the tent? I know we've got our DJ, but let's check back in with our DJ for a minute.
I mean, yes, I'm just on hit clip duty, making sure those things just keep swapped in.
Keep clipping.
What's the next song?
God.
Britney
Spears.
I was about to say "Hit Me,
I
Baby"
was
one more
too.
time.
I heard
but
it through your soul. I
Oh,
read
baby,
those
baby.
lines and stuff.
I mean, vampires do have telepathic connection sometimes, right? Isn't that a thing?
Mm. That's how it figures up to her
yeah.
BS.
I've just decided.
You do.
Yeah, it's a "Hit Me, Baby" one more time.
One more time. Yeah.
And Echo, what are you doing?
I think Echo's catering to Bartleby and his wounds since he probably strained his neck a little bit more while he was, chasing that beetle and got thrown back. But yeah, if this is like a wrapping scene, I think this is her just being like, like, I do love you, blah blah blah, and like,
Oh my
she's no
gosh, you
longer the
saved my
unloving.
life. Why would you put
Yeah.
yourself in danger like that for me?
Stop.
He says that to you. Do you respond?
I know.
This is too cringe for me to respond. But yeah, I think she would just say something like, it's always been you. I've always loved you, Bartleby.
Whoa. Hey, do you want to dance?
Oh my gosh.
And then he goes.
I definitely swap in. Show me the meaning.
Oh my god.
Estriga, what are you doing?
Striga is hanging out by those bat decals that she put up earlier, and is just like standing next to them just to like take in their energy. And she's like nursing a cup of blood, just like sipping it here and there throughout the party. And then she's watching Echo and Bartleby. So noble to sacrifice oneself for love.
Oh.
Foolish, but noble. Reckless, but beautiful. And she takes another sip, and that's.
And
That's where it
eventually,
cuts off
the
there.
group of you all head into the main lobby for the final aspect of the ritual. You head in the front door, and as soon as you get in the front door, you start hearing like these crashes and bangs and screams coming from the lobby room. You come around the corner, and as you poke your head into the room, the ping pong table is completely destroyed as Raskolnikov, his entourage, and a couple of other people that had showed up to like start the ritual at the beginning of the night. You see a giant gaping hole in the middle of the floor with a massive bloody beast just emerging out of the ground. And that is where we're gonna end our game.
Whoopsie
Was that from the ritual being set up, Ron?
Yes!
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so good.
Great job, everyone.
The face that I think would be on all of our faces would be a t-shirt that I would wear until the end of time.
This was an amazing time, friends. Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us for our adventure of Flats and Fangs, in which a group of vampires share a flat together and try to live their best unlife while blending into the modern world. That was all kinds of crazy and all kinds of fun. This is a game by Mariam Ahmad, and I believe that I'm just seeing if there's this is a part of the Itch.io bundle to support the Afghan right now, and I put a link to it in the description box that you can click on. It's got 20 different games, a lot of which are spooky and Halloweeny, and it's $20. Did I say 20 different games? I meant like there's many games. It's like
Yeah.
something way too
Something
many,
like
and
that.
there's like
70, right? 70
It's like
plus.
$20
Oh, wow.
for 50 games.
yeah,
or
it's
something.
insane. And some of them are like, there's like Pathfinder expansions and D&D expansions. There's something in there for everybody. Or if you're me and you do everything because you're a lot, there's so much in there just for you. And yeah, so definitely check that out. And Vamp Camp, which was the game we were initially going to play tonight with Sebastian Yue, is also in there, so you can support them, even though they weren't able to join us. We are going to try to get Vamp Camp. Maybe we'll bring some of these guys back for their vampire support group again in some point in the future. But for now, I'm really glad that you guys joined us for this party. Does anybody have any plugs that they would like to plug before?
I did.
All right.
I have one plug. I do have a YouTube channel, but I also have a TikTok that I'm trying to make content for. I do D&D skits and shorts. So I'm trying to do more of those and edit them. So if you have a TikTok, just follow me, look me up, enjoy me.
Ah, yes. And
Asking
your handle
questions.
is.
I think it's the Lich O'Moy, and right now I'm asking for people to send me questions that I would respond to, like the Lich would respond to them.
Hmm.
So
Oh, nice.
send me questions and I'll respond.
Can I make a suggestion about promoting yourself that you know what your handle is?
I mean, I am just so much in the darkness, but it's at the Lich O'Moy.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So just as long as people can find it, yeah. So I just want people to be able to find you and see your awesomeness. I'm definitely going to check that out because
If
I'm
there's
in a TikTok.
there's another Lich O'Moy on TikTok, I would be very concerned.
Somebody stole your
That's okay,
brand.
competition.
Any other plugs, y'all?
I am making games over at spicycurrybread.itch.io. Not too much on there right now, but yeah, it's like a $1 game on there right now.
Well, maybe we'll have to
Awesome.
touch base and get some of your games on Playtest Tuesday.
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
Spicy curry bread, right?
Yep, exactly
All right,
right.
Katie, you had your hand raised.
Yeah. So I also do a tabletop RPG podcast. It's called Nerds on a Roll.
It's fun.
We're on Twitter at NOAR_podcast. We are currently playing Mask. We're taking a bit of a hiatus, but we have huge backlog, so we can kind of.
It's long, but a good long. It's like long in a good way. Like you're like, there's more. Thank God.
We play a few different games. Mask is our most popular, but we've also done The Doomed, Farflung, Follow. We always like testing new games. And I'm also sometimes on Perception Studio on Twitch, if you've ever seen them. They're Felted Friends. We play like tabletop games, D&D. That's it.
Man, that all sounds like so much fun.
So everybody check out each other's cool content because everybody's making all kinds of cool stuff. The best way to see other things that I, Rose, am doing is to go to my Linktree, which is linkt.ree/Rose the Role Player. I'm a voice actor and general content creator and theater maker person, and I do a lot of different like little things here and there. Recently, I started working with Knights of the Bantam, so definitely check them out. They do some really cool streams and stuff like that. I've been doing some Sims 4 streams over there, which is really hilarious because I'm not good at video games. Thanks for coming to Playtest Tuesday. The next thing we're gonna be bringing back Mitch, who was the creator of that zombie game. Oh my God, Jonathan, what was it called?
Necrobiotic.
He has designed a game called Chew, which is a noir game about food. That's all I know.
Oh.
And then after that, we're going to be doing the Avatar Legends 2-shot. I think it's the next thing after that we're going to do. So if you're really interested in one of those things, like say, hey, Rose, I want to do that thing. Not right now. I mean, you can say it right now, but I won't remember it. And we'll get you guys up in the club, playtesting with the bosses. And again, on Quelmar, you can check out tomorrow. We've got Curse of Strahd. On Thursday is Metagame, and I think is Verdant Pyramid still going? Never mind.
No, Verdant Pyramid is done, but it's just been all uploaded to YouTube, which that was that shout out.
Yeah, check out the YouTube channel of the Quelmar to see all of the other playtests that we've done, as well as all of the other really cool campaigns that have been played, including Verdant Pyramid, which Jonathan was in. Yeah, so love each other, love yourselves, and as always, keep rolling the dice. Fuck, I have to close this, and I forgot that I had to do that. I'm gonna try that again. Keep rolling the dice.